hit your dick hard while Jeremy's in the back screaming, you fucking retard. Come on, guys, let's get this fucking show done. Tyler's got a black and white movie to watch for fun. Moodz just trying to work with what he's got, cause JP just sits looking at Carly like, bro, this chick's hot. You must be out your mind, bro, if you don't listen to us. Just jump aboard with Jeremy and take the short bus. You wanna diss our show? Bro, we got news for you. For every joke you throw, we dish out 22. That's not a shot at you, that's a shot of Moodz. 22 shots that'll make you black and blue. We're the 22 shot crew, ready to destroy your ears. Reviewing movies all day while we drinking beer. 22 shot crew, and we're here to stay, making horror history every fucking day. Moodz is a legend for fuck's sake. They say his dick is the size of Camp Crystal Lake, and we're all wondering how much of it Jeremy can take. You wanna hear my opinion, says JP as he rants, but we all love this motherfucking maxi can. Tyler spitting out info, every little speck, every single movie, there's nothing he can wreck. He's a god amongst men, yo, that's his flex. He loves horror, and that's a fact check. We the best and the rest, that's no contest. Do you feel that knife in your back digging out through your chest? You got your top 10 list, bro, we do that shit every year. You gotta take down notes, bro, we do that while drinking beer. You got a problem with us? Well, Moodz has got something to say. I'm from Canada. So before you get mad and hit that thumbs down, remember we will lyrically leave you like a clown that's down. So don't frown, we record everything that may occur. So buckle up, fuckers. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You think you got enough to prove we're kings of underground horror things? We'll flip you the middle finger while we take our swings. There's no drug in the world that can cure those things. Our show keeps getting better, we're ahead by far. You can listen to us while you dumping bodies in the backseat of your car. So fuck you if you don't know who we are. It's the only horror show that will forever last. So if you think we're sick, then whip out your dick and listen to 22 shots. A Moodz and Horror Podcast. Yes, y'all, it's going down right now. Episode 306 of the Triple Shots of Moodz and Horror Podcast is coming at you live and direct with the homie JP, also known as the Mexicant. And of course, we got Mr. No Fact Checks Tyler, also known as Mr. Saucedo in the house. And of course, I be your host, the toxic offender, Moodz. Yeah. What's going on, my dudes?
Yo, what up?
Yo.
Yeah. Episode 306 coming at you live and direct. And it is officially Christmas time. It's the winter season. So we're coming off Italian Horror Month. I had fun with that month. I thought it was really fun.
I didn't really watch a lot of stuff outside of the shows that we did, but just like 2 or 3.
I started
I'm so behind on prep. I just don't have time to.
Yeah, that's what it was for me too.
Well, I think what happened with me too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch I brought down so many movies and put on my poker table. I had all these stacks of Italian films, and I ended up watching probably like 30 Italian films like in the first half of the month. It was ridiculous. I actually watched like 70 something movies in November. I just went ape shit with the films. But anyways, then I realized, I'm like, my God, I really need to start doing some 25 prep. So like the second half of the month, I just started hitting up 25 movies, and I backlogged and watched everything, bro. Like I'm like right caught up, maybe with the odd one here and there, but
yeah, I'm
into the 70s now.
Your Letterboxd.
Yeah, so
I'm in the mid-40s. I'm just like digging for stuff that I might like.
I just, I hit an area where I was like, well, I'm going to go back and watch some of the stuff that I passed on. So I watched like Wolfman and like Megan and just kind of.
Yeah, there's a couple of movies I'm getting excited to do that for. I kind of started that a little bit.
That's kind of like what I been doing with like, I'm getting a bunch of movies to like watch. And the ones that I'm like kind of picking are like ones that I missed in the theater, like starting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to a couple of those. I got to the movie Trap last night. Or not Trap, Drop.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one.
The movie was dumb, but it was kind of fun.
It's like a thriller.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely watched a bunch of Italian stuff and then just kind of, like I said, teetered off on that. But no, it's still a really fun month. But like I said, I was watching a lot of films like November. Usually November, December, I really kind of pick it up because,
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for as well.
Yeah, no, this year is turning into a pretty decent year for like overall watches. Like I don't know, man. I'm pushing 600 now, which is pretty crazy. So,
dude, I don't know what the hell happened to me. Oh yeah, I got a new job. Like that's I was like I had all these plans to like see like 50 movies in the theater, and then like I was gonna break my watch record, and it just like fell apart so bad. And then I was like, what happened? It's like, oh yeah, that's because like the first like basically half of the year I was adjusting to like a new lifestyle. So like everything else went on the back burner. But next year, I'm going hard.
yeah, it's tough when you get like one of those jobs where you got like so much responsibility, you know?
Yeah, and just a lot of like changes too, like in terms of, you know, just trying to adjust to like new responsibilities and stuff, learning things and stuff. But now I feel more settled in and comfortable.
Oh yeah,
so
this time will tell.
My watches have went up a lot.
Right. Yeah.
But I like it's like insane right now because we literally have like I was the other night, like Friday night, I was thinking like, what should I watch? And then I was like, well, I could watch a 2025 movie because that show's coming up. I could watch Cold Prey because that show's this week. I could watch a 1964 movie because that show's coming up. I could watch a 2004 movie because that show's coming up.
Yep.
I could watch a Christmas movie because I'd probably need to create another list for that show that's coming up. And then I was like, I could watch a Vin Sin release because that show's next week, or I can watch one that's not included in that because that show's coming up at the end of the January.
It's
the
just
top 10 Vinegar Syndrome release show. I'm like, dude, I was like, holy shit, like I have way too much going on right now.
I know. Sometimes it's overwhelming. You actually break it down. You're like, dude, that's why I was joking. I'm like, man, I'm prepping for like 17 shows. And I think about it. I'm like, I actually really am.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like not even funny. Like this is probably the most we've ever had, like just going on. Like granted, like some of the stuff is further and shorter away and things like that. But I will say that this past like 3 days is like the most movies I've watched in quite many weeks. Like I just was like trying to, which it still wasn't overly that much. It was like 2 a day, but like just the fact that I did 2 a day for like 4 days or whatever was more than I've been doing, you know. Actually, I watched 4 yesterday. So
yeah, since like last week when we recorded, I watched like 10 2025 films this week.
That's awesome.
Plus the prep. So like I just really got into it, like because I was kind of hitting a stride where I was like finding stuff that I was really enjoying.
I kind of got that mood as well, where I was like really enjoying watching movies this weekend, and like I kind of peppered in some 2025s in there and a couple Christmas movies in there too. Yeah. Even though I shouldn't really, I watched like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and it's like that already made my list, so it's like kind of I should probably watch stuff that didn't make my list last time, but I figured I had to kick it off with like some.
I just have to order my next 10. I already know what my 11 to 20 are. I just needed the list because I couldn't.
Oh, or I thought you were like saying
I just have to put them in order, like of how I'm going to do the list. But I know what the titles are.
I mean, I'm pretty certain that like I already have 10 that I like a lot and stuff. So I'm kind of in the same boat. But you know, I might watch a couple that I've never seen before and see if that changes anything.
Yeah, right.
Unlikely, but.
I kind of feel less pressure on that one to like have any like clear cut order since it's an extended list anyway. But I kind of feel more incentivized to like have fun with it and just like pick some like think a little bit less.
Oh yeah, shout out to Dan. Shout out to Dan, the cameraman, for writing down our list because I didn't have the list written down, and he listened to that show recently, so he wrote everyone's list down and sent them over. So I was like, oh yeah, that was the order of mine. I knew what my titles were, I just had no idea what the order was, but. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that show, man.
You know what else is kind of weird? I was thinking about this the other day too. Like we're literally doing 1964 and 2004. So it's like we literally get like are simultaneously seeing like what horror was like like 4 decades before another decade. It's kind of, I feel like that's happened like before.
Yeah, I feel like I got to pick up the prep on the 2004 because we're doing that one before 64, right?
I think we're doing 64 first and then 2004.
Okay.
Did we? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
I'm just more. I just want to get the 2025 top 10 show out of the way, and then I'll buckle down and hit up the prep for 04 and 64. Which I don't.
Or wait, maybe you're right. I don't know.
Like 64, there's a decent amount of films. It's not like overwhelming, but 2004 is crazy overwhelming. Though there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies from 2004.
There's some 264 has a heavy top end.
Yeah, it's got a really, really heavy top end. There's some good films from that year for sure. So
yeah, it's honestly not that like hard of a prep. Like I've watched a couple. Let me see how many I've actually watched.
I've watched a few already.
I watched one without even trying.
Castle of Evil that was talked about on the Sinbin podcast was from 64.
Castle of Evil.
I've watched 7.
Yeah.
Just by accident. Some of them.
So I ended up watching Frankenstein. And like Del Toro is one of those directors that I feel like I'm in the same boat as you. It's like I know he's really good at making movies, but he's just not like someone that I seek out to watch or look forward to watching overly that much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's one of those cases when I watch his films, I'm like, yeah, it was good, but I can go without watching a Del Toro film. It's really strange, but I think what I've concluded when it comes to like fateful adaptations of the Frankenstein story, Mary Shelley's story, is I'm not really overly the biggest fan of the actual story, I guess, because I like the adaptations, like, you know, the 31 Frankenstein where, you know, the monster doesn't talk and stuff. And I like that angle of Frankenstein. When it gets into the second half of the story and, you know, he's a person, you know, he's like this mutated like kind of person, but then he starts talking and he's trying to figure out life and stuff like that. I really don't care for it too much.
You know what, dude? It's so funny you say that because although I love it's very important why that stuff is there. Like the whole idea and the core like meaning of Frankenstein really needs that stuff to exist to actually be Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of agree with you that like it's way more effective of a movie when it's a non-speaking monster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Frankenstein, like, because I agree. Like I tend to like that more, even though I do like the Frankenstein story and like the themes and stuff. Even though I do like that, I just think I like the other stuff more. So yeah, it is kind of like, isn't it weird when you watch the 94 Frankenstein or whatever with Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
And he starts talking and stuff. And he's just like, this feels weird.
I know it's like I always said, it's very jarring to me, but like knowing that that's what the story is like, you know, that's how she intended it to be. So it's like, but you know, when you grow up watching, you know, the adaptations that, you know, Universal adaptations where it doesn't have that stuff in there, you get so used to that. And I just think it works better for myself. I get it though. I mean, doing a faithful adaptation is fine. I mean, the movie is very beautiful to look at. It's got a lot of really good stuff going for it. I think the performances are really good. Christopher Waltz is cool. I
thought Victor Frankenstein was really good.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen many of these, to be honest.
Yeah,
like I guess like I wouldn't even know what the original story was. I know that might sound ignorant, but I just don't. And so I guess in a way I'm like you were. I just don't care if it's faithful and I just want a good movie. And I guess some of the stuff that you guys are talking about, the faithful adaptation of it, it's stuff that kind of turns me off to the movie a little.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm like dreading watching it a little.
I've completely realized why I've never been a big fan of the 94 Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with De Niro is because of it's more faithful to the actual story. And I don't like the second half of the film. I really enjoy the first half of this Del Toro film. And then when it comes to the second half where, you know, the monster's trying to figure out shit and stuff like that, I lose a lot of interest. It's still very nice to look at. Like I said, the performances are really good. Christopher Waltz is good in the film for the time he's in the movie.
Did you also think the first half was much better?
Way better.
Yeah, see,
100%.
so I did too, and Greg said that he thought the second half was much better.
Yeah, see,
that kind of surprised me when I was watching it. I was like, really enjoying the first half, and I was like, damn, this movie's going to be awesome if the second half is even better.
Yeah,
and then I was
basically when Victor Frankenstein, lights the whole castle on fire and tries to kill the monster and shit like that. That's where it kind of goes south for me.
That was actually like a really cool scene.
Yeah, like that. But and then right after that is where the whole movie kind of teeters off for me a little bit.
Because you start getting the monsters, history and version of the story, which is way less horror and way more like sympathetic.
It's very sympathetic, and it's like, I mean, I get why people would like that stuff. I mean, but for me, I kind of like to keep it a little bit more simple and keep it more on the horror elements.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the original Frankenstein is that it kind of like it does have the same themes of like the monster being the victim essentially,
right,
but it's just like it's so light, you know what I mean? It's more
it's sympathetic for the
more
viewer.
like what people took away from the movie.
Yeah, it's sympathetic in for the viewer when you watch the original Frankenstein, because like we know that he's not bad, and like what happens to him is like it's not really his fault, kind of thing. But it's just totally different. I just appreciate that a lot more. But it is what it is.
So, what is your favorite Frankenstein movie? Me? Is it the original?
Yeah, I actually love the original Frankenstein film. I'm a big fan of it. I've always loved that, and of course the sequel too is really good. The original Universal Monster series is quite good, actually. I think it's probably the best overall like franchise that they have in terms of like quality films.
It for sure is.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good quality films within that franchise, and
I sure ain't the fucking Mummy series. I'll tell you that.
No, the Mummy basically is the same 4 movies. Well, I will tell you one thing though, like if you compare the Hammer Mummy series to the Universal, the Hammer films are way more fun because they're completely different than each other, right? So
I do like the Hammer Mummy.
Yeah, and I actually really love the Hammer Frankenstein franchise too. It's quite different. Like the second movie is so weird because it's like totally different. But like, they do like there's so many different types of stories and shit, and they did it really good. But
I saw that James Rolfe from Angry Video Game Nerd Dude posted a video talking about what is the most faithful adaptation, and this one, the Del Toro one, didn't even make like top 5.
Wow.
Like he did like 12 different Frankenstein movies. And it made me realize too that there are a shit ton of like actual, like obviously there's a bunch of offshoots like Frankenstein's Army and stuff like that, Frankenhooker and stuff, but like just the pure amount of adaptations of Mary Shelley's novel there's a fucking lot of them.
Oh man.
I was looking, there's 2 from 2004. 2.
I believe it. Like you can't keep up with them. There's so many interpretations and adaptations of the Frankenstein story that it's just
there's like TV movies.
It's actually quite crazy.
Movies.
Like even going through my collection, like about a week ago, I was noticing like how many Frankenstein type films I have. It is wild. Like you just end up with a bunch in your collection. Like, like I mean, even Franco's done fucking Frankenstein movies. You know what I mean? Like it's
so you got
that shit.
You have a Marcus Nispel one from 2004. And then you have a Kevin Connor one, which I don't know who that is. But yeah, that's pretty funny. So I guess we'll be watching those at some point. But I would like to one day do like, because one area of, we always talk about how we do everything, you know what I mean? We do all kind of shit. One area that 2 areas really that we are severely lacking on are the Universal Monsters series as well as the Hammer series of movies.
We've
never really done any of them.
No, I rewatched all the Hammer films, like all the franchises. I think, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 years ago. I did like all the Draculas, Frankensteins, Mummies, and just a bunch of other Hammer films. I'm just kind of re-upping them. I just realized, I'm like, man, these are so good. Like we need to cover these. They're so much fun.
Yeah, I think maybe you do like, the way that I would like to do the Universal Monster movies is more not by franchise, but as by year, like do 3 at a time or something.
Yeah, you could do it like that.
Because the problem is when you start, like, if you do like the Frankenstein series, like, well, do you cover Frankenstein meets the Wolfman in there?
right,
Do you put it in the Wolfman? You know what I mean? So I think it would be easier just to
if you do them in sequence, that actually kind of makes sense. Then it just avoids that discussion and that confusion though too, right? So I mean I like that. I like that a lot actually. I feel like Mia Goth in the film, like she was fine for what she was given, like her role.
The thing is anybody could have done that role. Like not like casting Mia Goth did nothing special for it. You know what I mean? I felt it's almost like he kind of wasted her. Like,
well, that's how I felt about Christopher Waltz too. Like Christopher Waltz is such a great actor, and like his role is so minor, and then like it just comes to like such a brutal end and stuff. Like he doesn't really get a lot to do. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that their performances were bad. I'm just saying you probably could have cast those and probably saved some money, not getting Mia Goth and Christopher Waltz in there. But it's kind of disappointing because the roles are so minor and they're so quick. But it is what it is. It's still a good movie. It's just not my favorite Frankenstein adaptation, but a decent film. Oh man, I watched this movie called Please Don't Feed the Children. I'm telling you, to
be original, bro.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, please don't watch this fucking movie.
That came out like the first week of this year.
Oh,
like I remember that came out like right after we did like the top 10 of 2024.
Like it sounded cool, but it was just so generic and just blah. It was just, oh my God, I really didn't know.
Well, it is a to be original, bro. So
yeah, but I mean, we watched Match last week, and that movie.
Oh yeah, you guys said that was really good.
Fucking I haven't got to it yet. Fucking outstanding, man. That kind of blew my shitter out a little bit, man. I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking good. I was not expecting that from that.
So what'd you end up rating that Frankenstein movie?
I think I gave it. What did I give it? I think I gave it
7.
I think I did. I did give it 7. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's solid. Just, it's something I'm not really going to run back to revisit, kind of thing. But
yeah, I think like Del Toro is interesting. Like he has such a weird filmography. Like he comes out with Kronos, which feels like something he made.
Right.
And then Mimic, which feels like a studio movie. And then Devil's Backbone, which feels like a movie he made.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Blade 2, which is a studio movie. Hellboy, which is a studio movie. Pan's Labyrinth, which is a studio movie, but it feels like something he made again. And then Hellboy 2, Pacific Rim. Both of those feel like shit that he just did for a studio. And then Crimson Peak feels like a movie he made. Shape of Water also feels like a movie he wanted to make. And Nightmare Alley. And then Pinocchio and Frankenstein. He has such a weird, bizarre filmography.
Yeah, he really does. He really does, actually. Although Blade 2 is probably the best of the trilogy, though. To be honest,
yeah, Blade 2 kick. I actually genuinely like Blade 2.
No, it is actually really good. It's fun.
I've never seen Blade Trinity, which is a 2004 movie.
Yeah, the one with Ryan Reynolds and shit. It's stupid fucking popcorn fun. It's okay.
Isn't Triple H in that bitch?
Maybe I actually can't remember. I just remember my boy Ryan Reynolds. But yeah, no, it's pretty high octane and kind of goofy and shit like that. But it's still a decent watch. But well, I just say that because he's Canadian. He's like a legend around here, especially like where I live, right? Because he's actually from my area. So, but I watched Dead Talent Society. And I was really jacked for this because Tyler was hyping this shit up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm still jacked for it.
And dude, was
it good?
I loved the premise of this movie, but the execution was even too goofy for me. Like it was just so comedic and so goofy that I was dying inside.
When did you see this, Tyler?
I didn't see it.
I would have loved to have seen this.
Wait, you didn't see it, but you were hyping it up?
Yeah, because it got a lot of festival attention last year.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
Like it's I can see why though, because it has quite an interesting premise. But I just think the execution is a little bit too goofy. I wish they had played off a little bit more like horror elements to it and kept it a little darker than it is at times. But I would have loved to have seen a dark version of this movie. It would have been kind of cool. But overall, not a bad watch. It's just not really for me. And then I was
looking at real quick. I was looking at Letterboxd top horror films of the year. Trying to see if there's anything on there that I missed or didn't know about. And there is a bunch of stuff. And then I'm sitting there trying to find this shit online, and it's because it's using like festival shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like there's this movie called Obsession that they have ranked number 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
One called The Plague, and it ends. That's number 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I just saw it ends. Another one I'm waiting on is Tinsman Road.
Yeah, that's the problem with those lists, man. They're always chock full of festival films that don't qualify. Yeah. It sucks. That's why I never really kind of look at those anymore. Because
like that year that we did Fantasia, like where we would have been prepping for 2023. Like I was like seeing Red Runes playing those festivals, so that's why I knew about it. But like we obviously get it till the next year.
I used to follow that shit way more, like 5-6 years ago. Like I knew everything that was coming out. Like now
we used to talk about it quite. You used to bring it up on the show and stuff like that, like all the festival shit and stuff. Like
nowadays I literally just wait for people to tell me what's out there. Like because I just don't have time to be researching and paying attention. But there's a bunch of films on that list that I'm kind of curious about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so
I dug back in the vaults and I was like, you know what, man? Like I totally passed on Megan 2.0 because I didn't really care for the first one at all. I thought it was just kind of generic and just it's not a bad movie. It's just I just didn't really have that much fun with it. But I was really contemplating seeing this in the theater, and then I was like, overall, I was like, I'll just fucking pass. I'll just wait till it comes out. So I ended up watching Megan 2.0. And of course, they went really light on the horror in this one. I mean, it still has a little bit of elements, but it's basically Terminator 2. And it's
but you know what? It's pretty fun. Far less Terminator 2 than it advertised. Really made it like I thought it was like straight Terminator 2. Then when I watched it, I was like, okay, there's some stuff, but they're still doing their own thing.
Oh, 100%, because there's like a little bit of twist what's going on with like the AI and stuff like that. But
I mean, it becomes like a heist movie.
Yeah, like she's pretty much, yeah. I mean, she's pretty catty in the film and kind of fun and stuff like that. Like I kind of
like that about the character.
Yeah,
like I remember looking at Carly and I'm like, for some reason, Megan's like sassy attitude actually isn't working for me. Like it's kind of funny. And
but you have to admit though,
it's kind of unique. Like there's not another sassy villain like.
Yeah.
You got to admit though, like the idea of Megan 2.0 is so terrifying when you really break it down. Like this technology probably. I mean, you have to suspend your belief a little bit with the technology, but at the same time, we do have AI and it's doing pretty fucking weird and bonkers things.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we're that far away from Terminator 2.
I know, like when you see what's going on in this, like you're just jumping around to shit and like controlling things. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking, the premise is so scary to me. But I actually had a lot of fun with this. I saw the running time. It was like just over 2 hours. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, am I really doing this to myself? And I actually enjoyed this movie a lot. It was actually quite fun. So, but I wouldn't call it necessarily a horror film though. It's more action comedy, but it was still fun. It was better than the first one. Then I went back and I watched Wolfman because there was another film I actually passed on in the theater because I just kept hearing shit.
You're just hitting all the dump month shit.
Yeah. And I didn't really have a lot of ambition to watch another fucking adaptation of like, the Wolfman story. And I'm just like, okay. But I remember watching Parker's review a couple months ago and he did the same thing. He passed on and then he's like, I'll check it out. And he ended up liking it. And I was like, really? And I was like,
you guys are kind of crazy, man.
And I'm like, that's fucking wild. And I watched it and I actually didn't really think it was that bad at all. I like the idea of this movie because it's not what you think it's going to be. It's very simple in structure and in execution. It's pretty predictable as to what is out there and what's going on and stuff like that. But I didn't mind the look of the actual Wolfmans and just the fact that it's not the Wolfman story. It's different. It's simple, but I didn't hate it though. I know you really didn't like this one, right?
I thought it was really bad. I don't remember much about it.
I didn't think it was as bad as him. I think I gave it like a 6 or something, but
I think I gave it like a 3.
I could probably go lower, honestly, in hindsight.
I think I gave it 6.5. So kind of on the same page, but I didn't think it was horrible. I didn't think it was that bad as people were saying. Like I really didn't. So, and then another one I'd heard nothing but mixed reviews about was Ash. One I passed on so many fucking times. Like of course, is directed by
Yeah,
Flying
that
Lotus.
one was popular at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that one I've heard pretty I've heard mixed things on it, but I've heard people.
I did not know it was a Flying Lotus movie though. Is his only other movie that weird as fuck one?
Yeah, I think he's done a bunch of shorts and stuff, but like he's an interesting. His movies very much reflect his identity when it comes to music. Like he's a very visual type person. Like his music kind of accentuates that. So the soundtrack is really good in the film, and it's kind of like it kind of feels like Alien in a sense, but it's not Alien. It's trying to do some other things. I think the story's a little bit muffled, and it's
he did do a segment in VHS 99. That's
right. He did that, yeah. And I think his wasn't. Oh, maybe his was decent. I can't remember.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I can't remember. But like the overall product of Ash was okay. I really like the setting. The visuals are really good. The soundtrack's really good. The sound design is excellent in the film. I just feel like it kind of lacks in a little bit of narrative and stuff like that. But, you know, you get a little bit more in depth with things, but it's okay for what it is. I think you give it like 6.5 or something like that. And then I watched Night of the Reaper. This was a recommendation from maybe Tony. I have no idea who said this. And I was like, I had seen this around and I didn't know what it was.
Isn't that a Shudder one?
Yeah. So it's on Shudder.
I think it was Mike. I think Mike told you.
Yeah, maybe it was, but it's weird because it's not on the Canadian Shudder. No
really?
No idea. So I was like, okay, I might as well. So I went and found it, and it's a pretty different way of doing like a slasher film. This is one of those films you really can't say a whole lot about because you don't want to ruin anything. But I thought it was pretty decent for what it was. It's a very compelling story, and execution was decent. It's solid. It's a solid watch. I gave it like a 7 or something like that. And then I checked out The Toxic Avenger. They had a deal on Amazon Prime. It was like $1 to rent it, and I'm like, okay, I'll bite for $1. Wow. It was manically bad. Like, really? I was so appalled by this movie. This is what I'm like. Okay. When people try to make movies like Lloyd does, but that's his temperament. That is his personality. Lloyd makes authentically funny shit and offensive stuff because that's who he is. So they're kind of trying to do, you know, they're trying to do funny shit and they're trying to be a little bit offensive at times. And, you know, and it's trying to be goofy. It's trying to be trauma, but it's failing on all fucking corners. Every joke fell flat. I don't even think I fucking smiled while watching this movie. It was absolutely...
To me, it literally felt like a sci-fi original channel movie with a giant budget. It was so weird.
Dude, it's crazy. Like the movie looks fantastic. I think it's got a lot of the acting is really good in it. It's edited well. Like there's the actual film itself is fine, but the jokes and the narrative is actually quite stupid. And I honestly hated Kevin Bacon in the movie. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't stand him. But you know what's really compelling to me? The whole Peter Dinklage thing. So I thought this was really interesting factoid about the film. So we all know that Peter Dinklage is not the guy in the rubber suit, in the makeup, but he's the voice. So the person that's in the suit is actually a female. She's like a stunt person, whatever. She does like a bunch of stuff. But anyways, so Peter Dinklage actually like basically filmed himself doing all the moves and everything for the entire film. And she studied that going into this. So she basically studied Peter Dinklage performing the whole movie. And then she goes and does all the Peter Dinklage moves and stuff like that while he does the voiceover for her.
What the heck?
Weird filmmaking, right? Totally bizarre. There was a couple decent moments. There's, with gore and stuff like that in the film. But overall, I mean, what do you expect out of a Toxic Avenger remake? I was expecting funny and more offensive and, kind of up the ante a little bit. You got none of that. It was not fucking funny at all. It was terrible.
So whenever we go back a year or so ago and we were reading headlines that was saying like that the film was having trouble finding distribution because of its content, I don't fucking see that at all.
So there's really nothing offensive about the film at all to me. They don't even make jokes about the fact that the Toxic Avenger's a midget or a small person. There's no jokes like that. So they're not even trying to play off that offensive angle. They don't even do that. They play it straightforward that he's just this person. He's just a normal dude that got changed into the Toxic Avenger. It's like, but it's the overall jokes and shit. And like, there's times where the tone is totally fucking off in the movie. Like there's a moments of like seriousness when Peter Dinklage's character, before he turns into the Toxic Avenger, is like diagnosed, like he's dying, and he gets all fucking serious and shit. And he's got like this kid, this stepson, because his mom had passed away too and stuff like that. And
I also did not give a damn about that aspect.
Yeah, and they did a little bit too much with that, and he goes to rob this place, and he gets all serious and shit, and it tries to get all funny and goofy and quirky and shit. I'm just like, the tone was taking me for a loop through the whole fucking thing, and but really, the biggest disappointment was it wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny at all. So very, very big disappointment. I can see why this didn't get distribution, because it's not good.
It's not very good. Yeah.
It's just simply not good. So, yeah, Toxic Avenger, pretty bad. I think I gave it like a 4 or something like that. Then I watched Strange Harvest, and I really enjoyed this.
This movie was really cool.
It's really interesting because if you're a big fan of like true crime documentaries, that's exactly what this movie is. It's shot and it's done like a true crime documentary, but it's fake, and it plays it dead serious. But the story is so compelling in it. You're like, where is this going? And like, what is happening? Like, it's really interesting. And I thought for the most part, like 98% of the actors that played the parts in the film were really, really believable and authentic feeling, which of course, what I always say when you watch like found footage or whatever, these type of movies, these hoax movies, the acting has to be on point. I thought for the most part, I thought one girl was a little bit not the greatest, but for the most part, the guys that played like the cops and the investigative team and stuff are so good in this. But really what held it down for me was the story. It was really cool. I thought it was really unique and very interesting. And like the story of the killer where he kind of comes back and stuff reminded me of like BTK, like BTK killer in real life who like took some time off. And then we find out the reason why he stopped killing is because, he had kids. He was a family man. It's like so fucking bizarre. That's not part of this, but I'm just saying there's a time when he kind of comes back, but I really like the story and where it goes and like what he's trying to accomplish and stuff. And there's so many little in and outs of the narrative that are really interesting. I highly recommend it, man. Would you really liked it too, right, Tyler?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, kind of a surprise for the year for myself. And then lastly, I watched House of Eden, which I guess the people that made this film are actually like real YouTubers and stuff. And I think they do this stuff on YouTube. Like they do like ghost hunting and shit like that and stuff. This movie was fucking horrible. It's on Shudder. So the first like half of the film has got to be the most despicable filmmaking I've seen in such a long time. So it's like found footage, right? But the one cool aspect of the movie is that there's 3 different people in the film, and they all have different cameras. So one guy's filming on like 8mm. So like when it cuts to his footage, it's like 8mm. And then somebody else is filming on like a high def, like 4K camera.
She's from your area. She's from BC.
Yeah. I think I read that. And,
I've seen this girl a million times, like just on random YouTube shorts.
Okay. So it was kind of cool because then like her footage would kick in and it would be like, this widescreen perfect thing. And then the other one would kick in. So I liked that aspect, but the filmmaking was so shaky and it was giving me a headache. And I was like, oh my God, this is brutal. But that wasn't really like when they get to the house, there was some pretty decent creepiness that was happening with the story and stuff. But where it goes, it's so stupid. It's just fucking bad. So unfortunately, did not care for it whatsoever. That, again, is another Shudder film. Some people might get more out of it than I did, but I just really could not get like I couldn't believe how bad the camera shit was in the first half of the film. Like that shaky cam dude was like, I haven't said that in such a long time about a found footage film where it just annoyed me to the point where I was like, fuck, this is so bad. So not cool, but
there's been 18 Shudder films released this year.
I've watched a few of them. I passed on.
So as we know, with Shudder, I feel like back in the day when we were doing like more what we watched and stuff like that, we really kept up on like what's coming out and like, we talked about it more throughout the year. We haven't really done that as much this year. We're starting to now in the last like couple episodes, but like I remember like the narrative for the last couple years, like I think maybe like 4 years ago, Shudder like killed it, and then it was like a couple of down years.
Yeah.
I have not watched a lot of the films that came out this year, but the ones that I did watch, I thought were pretty good. So what is your? I mean, if you watched more, do you think Shudder's having a bounce back year?
No, I still think it's not the greatest, to be honest. I mean, I did watch the Rule of Jenny Pen. That was a Shudder film, right? Is that on Shudder? Yeah, that's on Shudder. That was good. It was fun. I think
I heard a lot of good stuff.
Ugly
about
Stepsister
that.
was on there, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Dead Male.
Yeah, Dead Male. Oh yeah, that one sucked.
Night of the Reaper, VHS Halloween, Good Boy.
Good Boy was solid. I liked Good Boy.
Good Boy's
Good
cool,
Boy
man.
was really good. I liked Good Boy.
Good Boy was like one of those films where you're like, this dog fucking better die. No, I'm joking. Could you imagine? Dude, this movie that had me, I was honestly like, I don't even get like nervous or like anxiety, but I had it from fucking first minute in this film right to the end of the movie. Because my love for dogs is so high. I was like, man, this dog better not fucking die.
We have one more coming out from Shudder on the 12th called Influencers, which I'm just going to say right now is probably trash bags.
Yeah, that just sounds like shit. Oh, Hell House Lineage is on there too, right?
Yep. And did anybody see their other movie that came out this year, 825 Forest Road?
I passed on that because the art, I pulled a Dave Z, but I even read the narrative and I was like, this one sounds like shit. And it's by somebody too, right? Like, who directed
Did you watch the Fawaka one?
I haven't watched that one yet. That one's on my list.
That one has some good reviews, I think. It's an Irish folk horror film.
Did I watch that one or not? No, I don't think I did actually.
And then there was a Japanese one called Best Wishes to All. I didn't see that one.
I haven't heard about that one.
There's another one from France,
for Waka.
Belgium.
I did watch that. You know what, man? I remember it now. It has a really good premise and it's actually done quite well. I couldn't fully get into it, man. I gave it like a 6 or 6.5 or something like that. I could see people liking it a little bit more. It's definitely one of those films where could kind of go either way, but it's okay.
Yeah, but I might catch a couple more from Shudder this year. I know the Role of Jenny Pen is on my list.
Mm-hmm. They Call Her Death. Is that on there too?
That is a Shudder movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because that was didn't that come out on Vincent Shudder?
Yeah, because I reviewed it on Severin.
What is it called?
He talks about it on Simbin. They Call Her Death.
They Call Her Death. Yeah, it's the Western horror film.
Like a supernatural.
Maybe
Western
that
one.
I don't think that came out yet. Maybe.
No, you can literally buy it on like what Vinegar.
No, I'm saying on Shudder.
Oh, okay. I thought they were.
I think it did.
It's not on the list of their exclusives.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is on Shudder, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, because I'd seen it before it was on there.
But it is not listed as like an exclusive or anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right. It's definitely worth the watch.
What about you, Tyler? Did you watch any 2025 movies?
I watched that movie Drop. That movie was pretty decent. It's not the greatest, but it was a fun for a late night watch, which is kind of just the purpose of it. I watched Mononoke Part 2. That movie was absolute fucking fire. So I was very happy to
I like the first one.
watch that. I loved the second one was
I don't even know what that is.
The second one's a little better than the first one, but I would imagine you're gonna feel probably similarly how you felt to the first one.
Did you like it more than Chainsaw Man?
Ballpark. I don't know. Like, I think like given the chance of I've had them two, I'd probably rather watch the Mononoke one because it's only like 75 minutes long and it's just very fast paced. But I think the Chainsaw Man movie was like more thematic and more impressive.
Yeah. Pretty decent to watch on a big screen for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was a good movie to watch theatrically. I don't know if I'm even going to get to watch it again before the end of the year because I don't know if it's going to be out digitally anywhere. But
like I said, it's definitely piqued my interest in watching the TV series now.
I don't know if I'd even like the TV series. I did watch one episode of it before I saw the movie. Just have the most minimal context, and it doesn't seem like something that I'd really be that into, but I definitely wanted to check out the movie, like given what I was hearing about it.
Right.
Yeah, I watched that movie. I watched almost to the end of it. I had to stop, but I was actually watching that movie Match before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you liking it?
It's all right.
It's all right.
All right to you. It's a little too like over the top for me.
Oh fuck, man! How far into it are you?
I'm into where the Elephant Man showed up.
Dude, the last like 20 minutes, it gets pretty bonkers, man.
Like I was expecting, I think
check it out.
I was expecting it to be like really serious, and then kind of left turns like.
Yeah, it definitely has some twists and turns in there too, and it's kind of crazy actually. I don't know, I really enjoyed it, man. I thought it was fun. Kind of just one of those like I like finding shit like that where I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be any good, especially like it's a Tubi original. Like how many Tubi originals are really solid?
I didn't even know it was a Tubi original, but I just like I knew that you said it was gonna. I think it was maybe Tony that said they liked it, so I was like, all right, let's put this on.
Well, yeah, when Tony said he liked it, I was like, oh, okay, because I saw it on there and I was like,
yeah, because there's a couple,
and I forgot about it.
I got a couple I want to get to soon that like I'm really looking forward to, but there weren't movies like I didn't want to watch them in 2 sittings if I had to, so I kind of just picked something that I was like, all right, maybe I'll watch this one.
Yeah. Right. We probably should talk about the.
I didn't get to go.
Oh, did you watch stuff?
Yeah. Did you? Is that it, Tyler?
Yeah. For news, I watched for 2024 or 2025.
All right, I watched a couple. I watched The Strangers Chapter 2, which I did not think was as bad as everybody was saying. I kind of put it right on par with that first one that came out.
Really?
Yeah. Did you like the first one more?
I haven't seen the second one yet, actually.
Oh. There are definitely some slow points in the movie. It is like it's like it's so funny about these movies because it feels like a middle piece,
right?
But it feels like a long chase sequence basically. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty okay. Like they're starting to get into like a weird like psychological angle, and they do go into the stranger's backstory a little bit, which is not good per se, but at least like I don't know what the hell else are you gonna do with it. It's kind of the thing that's like annoying about it is it feels like what anybody could like literally like the first idea that you think of like let's give them a backstory, like the first thing that you think of is like, okay, we're going with that, the very first thing we thought of.
Yes.
But it wasn't too bad. I mean, I didn't think that it was. I gave it a 6. I gave the first part a 6 as well. But yeah. And then I checked out Until Dawn, which I actually really liked. I don't know why everybody hated on that movie.
I did not like this,
dude. I saw it in the theater, and I was like, when I left the cinema, I was like, that was just stupid, fun popcorn shit, man.
Yeah, it's fun. What the hell don't you like?
It was totally fun, man. I was like, this is, dude. Like they just kept getting fucking massacred like every night.
Yeah,
what's
wrong with that? I got bored of it.
Are you not a horror? I feel like you're not a horror fan sometimes.
See, I feel like the people that hated that shit were fans of the video game. They're like, that's nothing like the fucking video game. And I'm like, I have no context.
Anything like the video.
See, I have no context either. It's like when I went into Chainsaw Man, I just enjoyed what I watched because I didn't have any context from the TV series. And this movie was a great example too, where I had no idea about the video game.
I asked a bunch of people before I saw it if I needed to watch the series to understand it. Like nobody gave me a straight answer. And finally,
no, you don't. You actually, I read into it. You don't have to.
Yeah. Finally today, somebody finally was like, "Nah, you don't have to."
They just don't give you the full backstory in Chainsaw Man, right? They kind of.
Yeah. What he said was, if you have seen the series and have the whole context for it, it probably makes it like a whole star better.
Yeah, I can see that, but for sure.
So yeah, I like Groundhog Day stuff in general. I thought it was pretty fun. I gave that one like a 7. And then I watched Good Boy, about the goodest boy dog that is just like it's such a cool, interesting experimental film.
You know what I really loved about it? like the opening scenes in the film where he like it's like real footage of him filming his dog when he was a puppy and stuff. And then
because it's his dog.
I know, it's like such cool filmmaking. It's really cool.
Yeah, another Canadian filmmaker.
Yeah,
there.
My dog.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was, it doesn't fully like work as like an amazing movie, but I love the little concept. Apparently the director got the idea while rewatching Poltergeist and noting that the dogs in the haunted house often sense the presence of ghosts before humans do.
Right.
Which is a cool idea. And the dog was really fun and cute. And it was just, I liked it. You know, it's not, breaking down any walls or anything, but it was decent. I gave that one like a 7.
The fact that it took 3 years to make that movie and it's only about 75 minutes long just, goes to show the patience and the heart you put into that.
Oh yeah.
It's good though. Like I think it's genuinely creepy and like I like the fact that he didn't like try to overstay its welcome with it. Like it's kind of to the point. It's
like a brisk movie. Like I think that needed to be the case for what
absolutely. Yeah.
Then I watched this movie, which was so interesting. This is so fucking weird. But lately I've been playing a lot of games because new Call of Duty came out, so I've been grinding that a bit. And I listen to audiobooks while playing, especially when playing like zombies or something. And I was listening to this audiobook called like American Ghost Stories or something like that. And it's like a compilation book of a bunch of short stories, and it's Joe Hill's stories. And the reason that I checked it out is because that's where the black phone came from.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And I wanted to like hear the source material to the black phone. And there's another story in there that's one of the first stories, and I just was like in the middle of it, and I was like looking for a movie to watch. And I saw this one pop up on the MB. It's called Abraham's Boys, a Dracula story, which I think we talked about it in our preview for the year. I guess I don't know if anybody talked about this one like since then or if it just dropped quietly. But RLJ Entertainment put it out, and they're very like hit and miss with the quality of their movies. Like sometimes they feel like kind of low budget, and then other times you get stuff like Bone Tomahawk. So it's like...
Yeah.
But so I checked that out, and it's pretty good with this story. Because I like literally just was reading the story. It's crazy. It's set in like modern day. Actually, no, it's not modern day. It's like modern America, like when America was like first coming up, and Dr. Abraham Van Helsing is living in California and like out in the middle of nowhere on some like desert land, and he has 2 kids. Basically he was a vampire hunter in the old country where they came from, and he kind of relocated to like get away from all the vampires and shit that like wanted him dead because he's out there killing Draculas and shit. And in the book and the movie, but like maybe it's because I already knew the story, but like in the book it plays out a lot like Frailty, where it's like this father and his 2 sons, and he's always spouting off about vampires and shit. And like the one older son doesn't like believe him, kind of, like sort of like in Frailty. And yeah, the movie itself is decent. I don't feel like the time period really felt accurate, like in terms of like set design, and like it was accurate enough, but it did like, when you watch like The Witch or something and you're just like, damn, they fucking nailed the like what I think this era felt like. It doesn't really do that, but I thought it was okay. I gave that one like a 6 as well. It's nothing special. And then I watched Queens of the Dead, which is a zombie movie directed by Tina Romero. And I thought it was funny. It was entertaining, but I don't think it's anything special either. I'm actually shocked that Dave Parker gave it an 8, but hated 28 years later. Which is a much better zombie type movie.
Sometimes Dave is a little bit interesting. Yeah, the 8 on Queens of the Dead is. I mean, I personally understand his loathe for 28 years later, but Queens of the
28 Days Later is better than Queens of the Dead. Say it isn't.
No, it's not.
Are you fucking
dude? 28 right years later, man, I cannot.
The CG rats alone in this fucking movie is some of the worst CG I've seen in years.
But I mean, to be honest, I didn't really care. I mean, Queens of the Dead was okay for what it was. The axe wound joke actually made me laugh out loud. I pissed myself.
There's some funny stuff in it. I like some of the movie. It is not really doing anything. Like, you know,
the people that play the drag queens do such a good job.
That's the best part of the movie.
Like they are legit so good in those roles.
And characters are very funny and likable.
Yeah, like super fucking good in the roles, man. I was like, wow, this is really good, man. Like,
but like as a zombie movie, dude, there's like, I mean, it is.
I think the problem for me, yeah, I get some of the effects were not the greatest, but some of them were. I thought the Tom Savini cameo was absolutely atrocious.
It is
one of the worst I've actually ever seen. Like it's like a green screen, or they put like something behind it. It was really, really fucking bad.
I mean, I think if Tina Romero didn't make this movie, I think that I would have had even less like respect for it.
Well, like I said,
in a way, like because I don't want to hate. I love George Romero, so it's like, you know, you kind of want to you know. Like
not hate his kids' work.
Yeah, you know, but it's,
I mean, it's not atrocious.
I liked it. I'm just saying, like,
it's better than Survival of the Dead.
Years later is like 1,000 times better.
It's better than Survival of the Dead.
I would take Survival of the Dead. I think I don't hate that movie.
I think the effects in that film are so bad that it's just I can't even watch it.
Hey, effects in this film are also pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean,
not all of them, but
not all of them. But I think the killer for me with Queens of the Dead was the lack of zombies. Like there's just, I wish there was a little bit more zombie action.
Yeah.
It kind of lacks in that. Like there's not really, and actually the way the zombies looked wasn't the greatest either.
Doesn't one of like the news actor people say like, this is not something out of a George Romero movie or something?
Yeah, they do. They actually do say that.
I was like, what the hell?
But like they look like they're just glossy, like gold zombies or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the characters were very, very good.
They were very vibrant and very fun.
Oh yeah. Super, and not like sometimes you get like characters that are like so in your face that they're like annoying. You know what I mean? Like their personality's too big. I didn't feel like this was the case. I felt like they had big personalities, but it was like
the dude that plays kind of like
what it should be,
like the antagonist villain, you know, that one dude with the little mustache and stuff. Like,
yeah,
that guy was fucking great, man. But he was a dick though. Yeah. He's got some good ones in the movie.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I think I'm about the same on that one too.
Yeah. And then I watched Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch this.
Yeah, well, I sent it to you.
So. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it this week actually.
And that one was probably my second favorite in the Twisted Childhood universe, or whatever the hell they're calling it now.
The first one being Winnie the Pooh Part 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Blood and Honey 2 is the best one. I think this is second best.
Have you seen Bambi?
Then I would put Blood and Honey 1 and then Bambi.
Okay.
Which is weird because everybody's saying Bambi's the best one, and I didn't get that at all.
I loved Part 2. Winnie the Pooh, like Part 2 is great.
Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare reminded me a little bit of the book that Joe Hill wrote called Nosferatu, which is about this weird fucking creepy ass like old vampire guy who steals children and takes them to Christmas land. It's fucking twisted. It's really creepy.
I was actually going to pick that up for the wife. Actually, she just finished reading this one. Actually, I have it sitting right here, JP. Heart Shape Box.
Oh yeah,
by Joe Hill.
I read that one.
Yeah, she loved it. She thought it was great.
But yeah, this one there's some creepy stuff in there. There's some good kills and stuff. I thought it was very fun. I gave that one like a 6.5 as well. The Tinkerbell character is amazing.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that, the Bambi one this week. Get those out of the way. So,
but yeah, so I actually watched quite a few this past week.
Yeah, no doubt.
Needed to.
I'm like, there's a bunch I want to get to. Like, I'm out in the mid 40s, so I'm not even really like feeling too hard up about it.
I'm at like 40, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm only shooting for like mid 60s in a modern year.
I pretty much always demand that I do 70 to 75 for modern years.
I didn't even think
for
I was
any year,
that
really.
Much this year.
That's kind of what I go for.
Yeah, it's a pretty good number to hit. I was thinking I was going to be pretty low this year because I was pretty down on it. But I'm at 71 right now, and I know there's still a bunch I need to see. So I'll probably end up being, I don't know, man. I'm assuming probably mid 80s, maybe 90.
I get to do the rare combo prep, though, where I get to prep for Sinbin this week and watch a 2025 movie.
Yeah, actually, Sinbin prep this week is very small for me. I only got like 2 movies to watch or something. It's crazy.
Not for me. I have a trilogy of movies to watch.
Oh, God.
So wild. Yeah, no, speaking of Sinbin, actually.
Did you end up picking a film for Sinbin, Tyler?
Yeah, I picked Shall We Dance.
When you pick those things, just write them on the spread page.
Oh, okay. I'll just do that right now.
I always put mine in there just so, yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, speaking of Sinbin, the Vinegar Syndrome, Black Friday, and secret titles were revealed, of course, on Friday. And they were Troll 2 and the Stendhal Syndrome. And like instantly when I saw these, I was like, oh, I was like doing this. I was rubbing my hands going, oh, this is going to be great on the internet right now. And of course I go on there and I'm just lounging around reading comments and people are fucking furious over these announcements, man.
Dude, I don't know. I must be in like a different part of the internet because I am in like the Vinegar Syndrome group page is where I get most of my info.
Yeah, I'm not in
but
that.
Those people seem to love the announcements.
I just like, for me, I'm just like, okay, I have Troll on Blu-ray. I have Stendhal Syndrome on Blu-ray. It's fine. For me, it's so disappointing because like those are 2 titles I just don't care to have on 4K. Like I just don't care. It just doesn't. I'm not one of those people that needs everything on 4K. Like some people are like, I need to have everything on 4K, and don't use the whole argument. Oh, Argento on 4K. There's nothing wrong with that.
That is the argument.
I just like, but for me, it's Stendhal Syndrome is not one of the greatest films for myself, so it's disappointing.
Yeah,
for me.
I think that if you're purely talking about for you, then yeah, I guess that I'm just sort of looking at it like.
I think most people are talking from personal.
If I think it's like, well, here's the thing. We're definitely different than a lot of people, but I think that the overabundance of like pure upgrades is starting to be like I saw one dude saying like, oh, I'm happy about this because I wasn't even collecting when that original like Scream Factory Troll came out, and I didn't even know that Below Underground released Stendhal or whatever.
Oh no, I get that about the new age collectors. Of course, if they missed the whole first wave of like Scream Factory, that's why they own all the 4Ks because they're into collecting when the 4Ks were coming. That's fine. But for us, it's different because we were there from the start. We were there from day one when they released Halloween 2 and 3.
Yeah,
and we bought everything. So now when we're getting these re-releases, I'm just like, I don't want this. So,
do you think last year's surprise titles were better than this year's?
What were last year's?
The Keep and what's that?
Was it Cannibal the Musical?
No. That was a DeGosser, I think.
Yeah.
That was one.
The Keep. It definitely trumps both of these for me.
The Keep and it was either Looking for Mr. Goodbar or Sliver.
I think it was Looking for Mr. Goodbar.
Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah,
that fucking destroys this.
Yeah, that absolutely. I mean, like I said,
I think
I'm totally fucking fine with my Stendhal Syndrome.
Pretty tied.
I was fine with my Stendhal Syndrome Blue Underground DVD. And
I think it's just a significance
and then I got the Blu-ray.
of those 2 movies compared to these 2 movies in terms of a release.
The Keep is not really anything super special to me.
I mean, in terms of
you can't really like make that argument though, because
it was new to the collection.
Syndrome is not really special to most people.
What isn't?
Stendhal syndrome. So if you look at it from the term Argento, Argento.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think you're right.
I'm just looking for shit that I don't have in the collection. You know, it's like when they released the Keep, I'm like, well, that's perfect because I don't have that. I mean, besides like old bootlegs.
Okay, and that's the thing, because I don't think the Keep is some masterpiece either. But like getting the Keep as a release for that, I think is a big deal. So I think those are good bar.
Where Stendhal syndrome,
I was disappointed with the Keep because it wasn't like the cut that we wanted.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Which may literally just not exist.
But I mean, let's be frank though. Like, I mean, Stendhal Syndrome Blue Underground Blu-ray looks phenomenal. It really does.
Yeah, well, that's because Blue Underground is like one of the best. But I think like for me, any of the there's like a couple of directors where I want everything they own in the best everything they made in the best possible format, and Dario Argento is one of those directors. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 directors.
Argento on 4K really is like a fine enough argument on its own. Like
some of the films, Stendhal doesn't. For me, it's not like an eye-popping film where I need.
No, and I would say it's like fairly like somewhere in the middle as filmography, but it's still an Argento movie.
I'm still not like that though. I just don't need to own everything on 4K. It's like
and
don't torture a duckling.
That's why I'm not going to buy it. But.
Don't Torture a Duckling is one of my my favorite film of '72. Fulci is my favorite director. Do I have the 4K? No, because I have like 4 other copies of the fucking movie, bro.
The way that I also look at 4K. This is like I'm never, if there's like an 8K eventually or like another format,
I'm not even doing.
I'm probably not ever going to go like upgrade again. Like this is it for me. So if like Stendhal, any of Argento's movies, I would love to see Giallo still, and the Do You Like Hitchcock, and the rest of his movie, not Dracula, Dracula too. And what's the Mother of Tears? I would like to see.
Do You Like Hitchcock actually doesn't have a Blu-ray release yet.
I know.
So that would actually be kind of a cool thing to get released, because I actually personally like that film. Giallo, I could fuck that one can fuck.
I like every one of Argento's movies. The least good one to me is probably Phantom of the Opera.
Oh God, no, man! The Card Player is horrible.
Oh yeah, I always have to get the Card Player all the time. Giallo is good. Giallo is actually a good movie to me. Like I don't even understand that.
I think man, the story in that movie sucks. But like Adrian Brody,
the killer's really neat idea.
No,
the jaundice thing, it's creepy. But so yeah, I mean it's
a little clever considering Giallo's like yellow and he's jaundice, and which is yellow. It's kind of clever, but it doesn't really work clever.
For me. But like overall, like Troll 2, like like I like Troll 2. It's a fun movie.
Well, this is how I felt about the Garbage Pail Kids announcement too. I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, dude, I was happy to get the Scream Factory Blu-ray because I had the old DVD. I'm like, I like this movie. It's stupid fun. But to get a 4K in the big UHD thing or whatever, I'm like, really? Is this what we're doing? It to me, it's just like, what the fuck is going on with these announcements? But I'm being selfish. I'm not looking at it from like the vantage point of like newer collectors and stuff that probably didn't have these releases and shit. It's just for us who are so old school and fucking seasoned in collecting that we have all this shit already. So it's a little bit disappointing. I'm just coming from a different angle. So I'm talking about personally myself.
Did you not do the like everything pre-order or whatever? Or not the everything, but the just Vincent or something?
Yeah, I think I just did the just Vincent because I didn't want the Cinemagraph titles or whatever.
So then you will end up with Stendhal syndrome.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah. So those secret titles are part of it. Yeah, for sure. I know. And like I was taking a chance on it. I'm like, maybe they're going to release something cool, like some 80s slasher film. I'm like, fingers crossed. And I'm like,
I'm very happy with Stendhal. Like Troll 2, I have no like feelings towards, but Stendhal is like actually a title that I want.
It's not like I'm not going to watch the 4K of Troll 2 because how fucking ridiculous is 2025? We're getting Troll 2 in 4K. Like, what is that?
Crazy.
It's insane.
In general, I mean, looking at like the totality of everything that they released and stuff like that, I think when we do our end of the year show, we should go through just the Vinegar Syndrome titles and see what is like a warranted versus unwarranted re-release, you know? And I think the way you kind of determine that is like, is the original release out of print? You know what I mean? Because like, if Troll 2, which I don't know, is that Scream Factory out of print? I could see a case for people who missed out on that. Like, I don't think that's as bad as stuff that like, you know, is still even in print or you can still get really cheap and they do a crazy re-release on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be technically out of print because if the rights shifted over to Vinegar Syndrome, that means that Scream Factory wasn't producing it anymore, so they probably lost the rights. So that is definitely out of print. 100%
yeah,
it is.
I guess that's probably not the best way to judge it.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be like more like how long has it been out of print? Like, because like I feel like that Larry Fessenden collection was like still in print not that long ago.
Yeah, no, it was definitely out of print, but yeah, I mean, it was just for me to get those things individually where I'm perfectly fine with like the Scream Factory release, like in that little kind of set and stuff. I was fine with that. I did really like the Shaw Scares Volume 1 set. And at first I thought it was like a slimline thing, but it's actually a big box set.
Yeah, that one's kind of cool.
I'm like, cool. That's fucking sweet because it's like early 80s, like, you know, Shaw Brothers horror films and stuff. And I hadn't seen any of them. So I'm like,
there's definitely a lot of stuff that is just like not like Possession of Joel Delaney. That's a good release.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like The Carpenter, another good one, right? Like that's stuff that we didn't get before. But then like,
it was an upgrade. It was an upgrade, but yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm upgrading old slasher films from like DVD and shit. I'm like, it's like no brainer.
Yeah, but that DVD has been that release was so long ago.
Well, of course, because like all those old Katrina Nightmare DVDs from Scorpion and stuff like that were out of print like fucking way over 10 years ago and shit.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was definitely not like super like jazzed about the announcements. Like even the VSAs didn't particularly like super interest me.
I think they're pretty cool. I've actually seen Blue City before. It was the movie that Judd Nelson and Ali Sheedy did right after The Breakfast Club.
Now the cinematographs actually look kind of decent this month. Well, who's the guy that directed Abel Ferreira?
Yeah, the new Rose Hotel. I've always wanted to see that
movie sold out completely.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I passed on a Close Range. I've seen that movie before with Sean Penn and Christopher Walken. I actually like that movie, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm fine with getting standards of these. I'm just not paying the big dollars for these packaging that I don't like. And plus, I already got rid of pretty much all my other Cinematograph titles anyways.
I would have picked it up if it ended up being our main review, but I passed on it.
But Close Range, it's a fine movie. They've definitely stepped up their game with some of the actual titles that they've been releasing this year, because for a little bit there.
Yeah, they had some other ones. The last couple I think have been pretty good. Yeah. There was another, I think it was another like Morrissey movie or something. The guy that did Blood for Dracula.
Yeah.
That one looks really interesting. I forgot what it was called.
I think I'm just gonna grab the standard of that sometime.
Yeah, I almost picked up a standard on the sale of that Teddy Bear movie, and I was considering the Bang the Drum Slowly movie too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's definitely some of those I'll pick up on standard.
Yeah, I mean overall for like the month, like I think that there's a pretty solid stuff in there. You got that Reviver thing, the Pink Line Volume 2.
Yeah, it's called Mixed Blood.
That.
Mixed Blood.
Shaw Scares.
Okay. Yeah, I picked up that Pink too.
It did not sell well. Like I'm on the page right now, and it's like the limited edition slipcase. There's 2,000 available. You go to the standard, there's only 725 because everyone's picking up the standards.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need these. They're so much cheaper for the standard. You can't blame anyone.
Yeah, it is actually quite a bit.
Yeah. Did you guys pick up the Distribix adult version of Jekyll and Hyde?
No, I actually haven't picked up any of those Distribix titles.
I picked up that one.
I think it's because like they're porno and shit, right? Like they're kind of adult things.
I don't really know.
I'm not really an adult, so I don't think I should be watching those. But
yeah, I've grabbed that one because why the hell not? It looks ridiculous.
I should actually check out here. I have that Mixed Blood in my cart along with Belly of an Architect and the Pteranodons.
Belly of an Architect's really cool.
Yeah, I threw a couple of the lab titles I'd never grabbed before, but I even said before I was like, oh, I'll just grab them on the sale. I should probably grab those. But
I grabbed a couple of things from the actual sale as well. I grabbed the Tortured Soul trilogy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is an old Saturn Core release. Hotel, which is a 2004 movie.
Which one?
Hotel. It's from Film Movement, I think.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I know it's a 2004 movie. Directed by, I think it's a girl, and it's Austrian. It looks kind of psychological. It looked actually pretty good.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll grab that because that movie's on my list for prep, and I remember trying to find it on YouTube, and I had to actually pay to rent it. I was like,
yeah, I was just looking through all of their releases to see if anything like came out in 2004 that I could pick up, and I saw that one. And I was like, oh yeah, that one is hard to like. I couldn't find it online, so
it's horror.
Yeah,
it's listed as a psychological horror film.
Wow, that's so weird. Because so I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize this was a horror film.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it before. Okay, so maybe I'll add that to the cart too. I'm actually shopping while we're recording right now.
I also picked up Blonde Death, which I never grabbed when it actually came out.
Yeah.
In my top 10 last year.
I don't know why, but I grabbed the Gestured Tracking, the untold story of.
It's a really good. I have the old original DVD of it, but it's such a good documentary. I actually picked up that like on a sale, I think last year, year before, or something like that. It's good stuff. Good documentary.
It made it easy to buy like a couple other things because Jeremy sent me a $100 gift card.
Such a good guy, man. Such a good guy.
Yeah.
That's like the third year in a row he's done that.
That's
I would have went to town then. Oh man.
It's because you're hooking him up with the cheap hotels and shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not. We don't have any kind of deal or anything, if that's what you're asking. But I think he's just saying thanks.
No. It's like tit for tat. It's like, he's just respecting that you're hooking him up with cheap
He's
rates.
greasing his back.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, I probably saved him.
Did you see that fucking picture that Dan sent today in the chat? Jeremy sent him some weird ass fucking like, I don't know what the fuck movie it was, but he dressed it to like the R. Kelly fan club.
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
Fucking hilarious. Yeah, and it was like some kid movie too. It was like fucking hilarious, man.
He said somebody sent. I think Jeremy sent me something. It was addressed something weird like that. It was really embarrassing.
Fucking good, man. That's actually really funny.
It said like Taylor Swift fan club or something. It was like, I go to get the mail and I'm like, dude, what the
I gotta start doing that. That's funny, man. That's funny.
But yeah, so yeah, overall I didn't buy like a ton of stuff on the sale, but I did grab a couple of stuff that I missed out on. I saw that because we have Partners Month starting in like 3 days, right?
Yeah, right after the sale, right?
Right. And one of the teaser images is a picture of Santa. So maybe we're getting some sort of Christmas title from somebody.
Partner label stuff is always very exciting for me. Because you never know what's coming, man.
Yeah, partner label's good.
Partner label stuff's almost more exciting for me.
It is, man. Like, you just really don't know. It's like, I don't know. You could never predict what Saturn score is going to drop. Because, like, who could? But, yeah.
Did you guys hit up any other sales?
I picked up some stuff on Amazon. That was nothing like too crazy, though.
I grabbed Wayne's World on 4K for like
I grabbed a couple 4Ks that were really cheap. Yeah, like I upgraded Sunset Boulevard. It was like $12. I was so happy to grab that.
I actually didn't grab anything from.
That's a Catch a Thief Hitchcock Steely. It was like $15, so I grabbed that one. I'm gonna take a second look probably before I go to bed and see if there's anything else to cheap. A lot of those studio catalog 4Ks are like $12.
Mhm.
The only other sale that I participated in was the Lionsgate Limited sale. And I grabbed the 4 Vestron titles that I hadn't gotten yet. So May, Ghoulies 3, and then 2 other ones that I can't remember.
They don't ship to me, so I can't even do that.
Yeah,
so.
Amazon has some Criterion titles too that were like 60% off.
Oh,
so I had to pick those.
And then I also picked up from that sale, I was trying to get the free shipping, so I needed to add like one more title. Because the Vestron titles, 2 of them were like $14 each. Like May was $14, which is great price. But I was trying to get the free shipping, and the only thing that I could like find that I was remotely interested in was High Tension Steelbook, which I don't even want the Steelbook, but that's the only thing that they had that I kind of wanted. They had a really cool Steelbook of House of 1,000, but it was only the Blu-ray, and it's like I would totally buy that.
Oh, it's only 4K. The Blu-ray. Oh,
if it was 4K, because the Blu-ray already looks so amazing. I don't need another copy of the Blu-ray.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
just for different cover art. But if they were doing a 4K, I would be like, interesting, because how could that movie possibly look?
I know it just fucking pops, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
I did make an order to Arrow. I picked up. So I have like the old Olive Films release of Satan's Blade, but it's like in the wrong aspect ratio. So I grabbed a copy of that, and I grabbed a copy of.
You don't even like that movie.
Well, I mean, it was cheap, so I was like, "Fuck." But I went there. It was actually kind of a throw-in because I just wanted to grab these 2 titles. I grabbed the 4K of Blood and Black Lace, just a standard one, of course, and I picked up Primer from 2004.
Yeah, Primer.
So that was the reason why I made my order.
Like a time travel movie.
Yeah, so I threw in Satan's Blade. I'm like, I don't have it, a better copy, so I'm like, fuck, I'll just grab it. So, but yeah, but really, I didn't really buy anything off Amazon. I didn't really do a lot of. I think I made a Black Friday order to. I picked up some music shit. So, but actually, I did make a big order to Hip Hop Enterprise. I think it was like 12 albums or something like that, but super cheap. So. I didn't go crazy. Didn't go crazy this year.
Yeah, I'm much less susceptible to the FOMO than I've been in previous years.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, one thing I hate about that Vinegar Syndrome collectors group page is like everybody literally like there's so many posts that just like judge the movie based on how many copies it's selling. And it's such a weird mentality. Like they'll be like, they'll literally like post like low stock alert on this one. I think it could sell out by the weekend. Like it's just like that's what they care about so much is like the copies and how many there are, and it's just like I swear half the people in there don't buy movies to like.
No, they're just fucking. They're just dorks. They just want reactions on their posts. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
I've been like seeing some weird videos about people like feeling social pressures of Letterboxd, and I guess
what the hell?
Yeah, dude, I swear to God.
Say this again. People they're feeling social pressures,
like the social pressures of Letterboxd, like because
how could you have any social?
Okay, well,
I'm so confused.
Let me explain. Because this is what like the biggest age demographic on there is like 18 to 25. So we're like part of this generation that didn't grow up online completely and like needs everyone's approval on the internet. So these people that have just like been in these online circles like sweat over things like what they're gonna rate movies and like distract themselves from movies because they're thinking about what they're gonna rate them and like what they're gonna say when they finish the movie. They like stress over things like what they're putting in their top 4. You know what I mean? Like if it's Like they're making everything is like way deeper. Whereas like when I write reviews, like I'm not really even writing reviews most of the time. It's like it's like literally a diary for me. It's very
so
helpful.
fucking stupid.
And it's like very helpful when we do retro years and I go back.
Yeah. That's why I started doing it this year, and then I
dude, could you imagine me just stressing over my 2-word reviews? Like
that's what I mean. And I just like babble off the cuff so I can look back like what I said, like what I liked or didn't like about something for reference. And I'm like, even starting next year, since I'm not even going to review like half the stuff I do now. But
so what I don't understand. So they're worried, so they're worried of their peers.
Yeah, like they're like it's just they're more susceptible to needing the approval like of other people, or like worried about
well, that's their fucking problem. Why would you need approval for your own opinion on something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, bro?
Well, people are making videos about this.
I'm so happy that we're not like that, and we like
literally Google, like YouTube, like anything, like what?
Dude, can we get one of these retards on our show so I could question their?
Yeah, I'll send you guys like a link, and like this guy like broke it down. I just like, and then listening to this, like I've never like thought of
GP. Could you imagine
anything more than like something to catalog movies and like?
I love Letterboxd.
Yeah,
like that is some crazy shit. Like I don't know how. Like because Mike said maybe he'll start a Letterboxd next year. I'm like, how can you knowing that it exists? How can you even go through life right now being a big movie fan and not documenting it?
It's so easy to catalog things.
JP's stressing about it right now. He's getting anxiety over it.
It's an insane resource for just finding things and keeping keeping your things organized. It's just
I love seeing what all I watch in like 2023. Like I'll go through. Oh yeah, that's the week I was super depressed. Look, you can tell by the shit I was watching or whatever.
Dude, stressing over fucking Letterboxd reviews and shit is crazy. Like, wild. Dude, could you imagine us having that mentality? Like, I'm stressing about recording the show because I'm so worried about what I'm going to say and what I'm not going to say and how people are going to take it and perceive it and stuff like that. We would never get anything done. We've been in this social media circle for, since 2012. It's 2025, bro. We're still here because we don't give a fuck. Right? We do what we do and we just do it because we like to do it. We don't stress about shit, bro. We've seen so many podcasts come and go. We've seen so many YouTube channels over the years get crushed because they can't handle the negativity and the comments and shit like that, And like, I love that shit, man. I wish we actually got a little bit more because they're so much fun to read off. But I don't understand this new generation, man. Like how you could stress about simplistic shit like that. That's so trivial in your life. You got more important things to worry about than your fucking review on Letterboxd, bro. Like you're going to have a coronary by the time you're fucking 24. If you're worrying about shit like that, like your blood pressure is way too high for that. Like
it's the same type of mentality that's like trickles down to what you guys are talking about with people judging movies by how well they're selling. It's
that mentality does not resonate.
It's like forming an opinion based on likes. If you think about it, like it's the same thing. You're forming your opinion based on what other people are doing or what other people like.
Well, actually, I had a dude. I'm not going to say his name, but he's like, so I found your channel on YouTube, and he's like, yeah. He's like, I thought you were really big. He's like, you only got like 11 or 12,000 subscribers, and I'm like, yeah, dude,
that is really big for like our circles.
Well, and I was like, but I'm like,
it's like the biggest for our
circles. He's coming from like a mentality of like he's watching channels that have like millions of subscribers. I'm like, bro, that's a different
all
niche,
that poppy shit.
Yeah, all that poppy shit. I've said that's a totally different niche, man. Like you would never find someone in our circle with like fucking 1 million subscribers. It just won't. It just doesn't happen.
It's just a different, like, these are people who came out and like studied algorithms and thumbnails and and not to say they didn't put in work to figure all that shit out and stuff.
Of course.
I watch a lot, like every once in a while I'll click on one of the like popular like poppy YouTubers that do like 6 disturbing documentaries that you've never heard of or something. And
those things are all AI now, though. Like a lot of those voiceover things, all AI.
The people that aren't AI, all their presentation is all the same.
It's all the same, and there's and they don't feel real. They feel like AI. They feel like they're not like this is me and this is like what I like, and it just it always feels so manufactured.
And they all have the same basic script too. They all end with,
of course.
Like, and so what do you think of these movies? What movie did I leave off the list that you think should be on the list? It's all the same basic.
Yeah.
So one of my biggest problems with YouTube now is the scripting of videos and stuff and the overproduction of them. Like, I love watching videos that aren't overproduced and just sitting in front of a camera talking about films and stuff. Like, you can throw in clips and stuff. Like, I don't, because I always get flagged. I don't know how the fuck people don't, but I always do. But so I don't do any of that shit. But, you know, simplistic videos, like watching mine and your videos, like when we're doing updates, where we're just holding up movies and talking about, I like that shit because it's interactive. You're watching the person. I don't like POV videos where they don't show their fucking faces. I hate that. I don't watch videos like that because it's not personal to me. I want to see you. I want to see your reactions when you're talking, and you know, you can get it's inviting to me. It's inviting to see your reactions and, you know, how you're talking about it and stuff. It's something very there's a connectivity to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I like videos like that. So
for me, it's also not like, I don't think these people, like, some of them suck, but I've seen, like, there's some good videos and stuff like that are cool. I like video essays a lot where people like really go into like I saw one, it was like the films of Quentin Tarantino, and it was like, it went through his whole career and did a really good job, like pulling news articles and stuff like that. Those are overproduced, but those are almost like documentaries more so than like YouTube videos. So I love stuff like that. But like the poppy, like TikTok-y type videos that everybody does now, they just don't work for me. And I just, it's just not appealing to me.
I won't even click on those videos because I know how aggressive the algorithm is. So if you click on something like that, you're going to get nothing but in your sidebars.
Yeah.
Like all
it
that
fucks
other
up your algorithm.
It does, man. So I'm very careful about what I click on if I'm going outside of my subscriptions and stuff like that. Like, I'm very, very particular about what I click on because I don't want shit in my sidebar. I just don't want to see it. I don't give a fuck about it. So
I would like to see like, I like videos where people like do like challenges or something, like the one guy was watching, like watched every Best Picture winner ever, and that was like really entertaining.
I think I watched that one.
Yeah, like that, and I actually really like that YouTuber. He does a lot of fun shit.
You know what's really fucking weird?
I forgot his name. Is that the guy that's kind of young and he kind of shouts
his
at
name
everything?
is Jeff. Recollect, I think his channel's name is.
Yeah,
he does
he's
like a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, he's funny. He like just shouts and he makes fun of film bros.
Yeah. And that's why I like that kid, because like every movie that he talked about, he's like, now this one, like everybody loves this one. And he's like, for the life of me, it was so boring. Like, and it's like, he's not just going to like sugarcoat it because it's a like critically praised and loved movie, you know?
Yeah, I remember there was a video I was watching. I was watching that from him, and he had 3 movies in a row that are like critically acclaimed classics that he kind of riffed on. I was like, I also agree about that. No one wants to say it.
I had this really weird thing happen to me the other day. Like, I don't even know how this got in my sidebar, like how it was in my algorithm. I don't know. Maybe it was listening to me talking about Stephen King. I have no idea. And I don't really watch videos about people reviewing books ever. Like my whole algorithm is just, it's horror, hip hop, and eating videos. That's all it is.
What'd you say you watched a dude ranking the Stephen King books?
Yeah.
I've probably seen that video before.
This guy, it was a couple years old, so it was, the newest ones were in there. But he had read and he owns every edition of like every movie or every book. And I'm like, this is fucking wild. I'm like, this is crazy. So I watched the whole thing and I'm like, pretty cool. But it's just wild. Like,
it's actually crazy. Like, one of my all-time favorite Stephen King books, I've said this many times, is 11/22/63.
Yeah.
And
he had that book, one very highly rated.
Right. Like, that is most people love that book. Like, I'm telling you, like, most people rate that as one of Stephen King's best. And it's so funny because it's not a horror story. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like a time travel romance book, but it's so fucking good. I love that book.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've seen that video because I remember not agreeing with a lot of like his choices.
Yeah, it was like at the time, Stephen King had only done like 61. He had written 61 books. So I think it was 4 or 5 years old. So he's done obviously a few since then, but
yeah, he's really balls deep into Holly Gibney right now. That's like everything that he's putting out is Holly Gibney related.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost caught up to his. I think I have one book in the last like 6 years that I haven't read. It's his newest one. Never Flinch, I think is called. It's another Holly Gibney story. But I did just finish the one called Holly that he wrote last year, or the year before.
Yeah.
And I actually really like that one.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't even know how we got here.
Oh, it was just like random Stephen King in the sidebar of YouTube. And I'm like, okay, I'll click on that. I was bored. But it was
I finished shopping.
It was an entertaining. I didn't check out actually. I may all finish.
Well,
this
you
after.
only have like 2 hours, I think, till the sale's over, right?
Is it only 2 hours?
It's 10.
Oh,
so
no, it says 2 days in 2 hours.
Oh, did they? It doesn't end on Monday?
Apparently not. It says 2 days, 2 hours, and 13. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, because it'd be Cyber Monday too, right? And then I guess they're going to Tuesday. But
I was kind of bummed that Severin's box set sale, which I already knew this, so I don't know why I was thinking otherwise. It doesn't include like any of this year's releases.
No, it never does. No.
And I knew that, but for some reason, maybe I thought the Shark box set came out later ago. One thing I love about Severin right now, that I just realized like the other day, like they're kind of like their earlier releases were all like pretty awesome stuff, like a lot of Italian like upgrades and stuff, like Absurd and shit like that. Yeah. Zombie 3 and 4. Lately, this like stuff they've been putting out, I haven't been crazy about, but they're kind of known for their box sets now. Like they've done a really good job in the box set department outside of like their regular releases.
Yeah.
But one thing that I noticed about them, because they put out these big fucking box sets too, like the Dungeon of Andy Milligan and that other dude's movies, and then the Witches, the folk horror box sets, 2 of those.
The Emmanuel set, which is bad.
The Emmanuel set.
All the Danzig Macabre sets, man. Like,
right. Fuck. So one of the cool things about Severin, I literally don't think any of their box sets have gone out of print. It's
probably the price point. They're not cheap.
I don't even think it's that. I just think they're just keep pressing them if they're keep selling them. Like I don't think they like I think a lot of companies just make a set amount, and when they're gone, they're gone. I feel like Severin is doing something different because their sets definitely sell. I can't imagine.
Oh, no, they definitely sell.
Yeah, like I think everybody bought some of those box sets.
I have actually every single box set Severin's ever released except for one. One of the Lenzi sets, because I had all the films individually, and I was like, I don't really need to buy the box set to get them again. So I was like, so I passed on. It was kind of more of the action films and stuff, but Severin does the best box sets, man. They really do. Like when they did the fucking like the anime, like getting an Andy Milligan box set is just batshit, bro. Like that is just crazy.
I like that they make these big box sets,
like the Bruce Lee ripoff movies. They did a whole box set about that, and there's another one coming. Like it's just the Peter Cushing box set. You know, these Danzig Macabre.
The folk horror ones are amazing.
Dude, they put out literally their box game set might even be the best in the game, really, because they're so prolific with it, right? You know, Vinegar Syndrome does a good job with their Giallo sets and stuff like that, but they don't put out a ton of box sets in reality besides those ones, but they do. I mean, they have some other ones, but Severin's all over the place with theirs. They're just manic with it.
Carly asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, well, I didn't pick up any of those Dance Macabre box sets, so those are on sale right now if you want to grab me 1 or 2.
They're fucking awesome, dude. I've watched pretty much every film or rewatched or whatever, but yeah, great sets. Great sets.
I really want that Shark one next. I'll probably get it maybe in April at Wasteland.
I feel like that could be a show for maybe next Italian Horror Month.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do really, really want to get into all the Haunts box set. I think it would be really fun to just randomize all those movies and do like Folk Horror Volume 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we
Just
all
do,
Like on here,
all,
I would be down. Like when I do my 31 days, I always incorporate
we
a couple of
both
those
have,
films.
we both
And
have or
Fuck
we
it.
all have both sets, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just like I don't know? We'll just do maybe we'll do 2 this season or something. Just
Like, I mean, I actually end up
Like 2
buying-
volumes or 2 movies.
2 volumes or something.
Yeah,
We'll
that's what I'm
break
saying.
them.
Right.
So when I don't think you guys remember, but at the beginning, before we started this season, I told everybody to pick 2 shows that they want to do no matter what, like before the end of the season, like that they personally want to do. And my shows were probably a little bit hard, but I picked like 8 Films to Die For Volume 1 and then a Folk Horror Volume 1. But I don't know if you guys ever picked anything, but the folk horror thing is one that I really want to do.
We could all like just pick one movie from either box set, and just those are your 3. Folk horror selects.
Yeah.
Well, then it would kind of suck once we got towards the end, maybe, because we would have been picking all the good stuff.
I feel like
Not necessarily, because
I
some of those films I haven't seen yet. Like I've seen the majority in the first box set now because I've reviewed a bunch of them and stuff like. But I've discovered some crazy shit in there, like Tilbury. Oh my god, bro! Like Icelandic film with the most bizarre folklore story ever. Like fuck, man. Clear Cut. I actually love that movie so much. I ended up buying the solo release of it. Canadian film with Graham Greene. Rest in peace to him. But yeah, those sets are pure gold. Like they might even be 2 of the best box sets ever.
As soon as we're done with like this year of the podcast, you know, like up until the what you call it, the top 10 show, we pretty much have like a bunch of weeks in a row where we don't have anything like planned, you know what I mean? So we can do a lot of
we're gonna have to sit down
that time,
plan out some shows for sure. But yeah, we do know of a bunch of shows that are coming up. They're all top 10 shows. 64, 2004, 25. Oh my god, dude. Just crazy. Yeah. Fucking wild, man. I believe there was. Did JP just take off there? Yeah, he did. Shit.
He had to poop.
He had to poop?
Yeah.
In the middle of the show?
Yeah. You were grabbing his butt. You didn't see that? He's like, oh.
Did he really? He's got to go take a poop?
No, I made that up.
Oh, shit.
I just assume that's what he's doing.
No pun intended. That's fucking hilarious. What's going on? Bloody disgust, man. Like, there's like fucking fuck all for news lately, man.
They're all newsed out. It's the end of the
In
year.
memoriam. Oh, this is actually kind of cool, man. So in memoriam, the 10 most memorable Udo Kier horror roles.
Oh,
wow, that's kind of cool. I didn't even notice this article, but all right. So they're not actually numbered, so whatever. But the first one on the list is Mark of the Devil. Of course it is. Have you've seen Mark of the Devil, right?
yeah, Mark of the Devil's great.
Yeah, it's kind of bad shit, actually. It's wild. Then we got Flesh for Frankenstein.
Okay.
Great film. Paul Morrissey's film. And then we got Blood for Dracula, which
So I figured that was right behind it.
is Paul Morrissey. Of course, produced by Andy Warhol, another good one. And then we got Trauma, also known as House on Straw Hill. This was released, actually, it was a very, very early.
This movie. I know it's House on Straw Hill. Yeah, I've seen this. This is a cool movie.
Yeah.
I have this Blu-ray.
Very, very old Severin release. That's crazy. Suspiria.
Yeah, I figured that would be here.
Right. Sometimes you just kind of forget that he's in the film, right? Because he's got a small role. But then we got The Kingdom. I actually don't know what this is.
It's a Lars von Trier like miniseries.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know that one. Then we have a movie called Blade. I'm not sure.
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure what the fuck this is either, to be honest.
Like Blade, like the Wesley Snipes movie.
No, it's not Wesley Snipes film.
Yeah.
Oh no, he is in that film. Fuck, I totally forgot.
It's top 10 most memorable.
Dude, I completely spaced. I was like, this isn't Blade. I'm
memorable.
I was like, that's probably the first thing I saw him in.
Dude, what are we talking about?
Udo Kier.
Udo Kier.
So in memoriam, the 10 most memorable. Why did it take
so long for you to answer me?
Because you were muted.
You're pooping.
No.
Right, Blade. I totally forgot he was even in that, dude. I think I just completely forgot. So yeah, Blade. And next up is Shadow of the Vampire. Great film. Absolutely love that shit. And then we got Masters of Horror, Cigarette Burns. Wow. Directed by the one and only John Carpenter.
All right.
And then we have The Theater Bazaar. I remember not really caring for this anthology that much, but I know it's gotten some love from like Severin and shit like that recently, but
I like it. It's not like anything special. There's like Mother of Toads is a good segment, and then the eating one was really gross.
Yeah, Mother of Toads,
whatever that's called.
Yeah.
There's a couple good ones in there.
I mean, that's a pretty good top 10 list for Udo Kier. Oh, I know I had a comment here.
What comment?
Yeah, it was so the guy that was like trolling JP before, this guy literally made a YouTube account called "The Guy Who Made JP Look Silly at the Sea." Left us. Did
he say something else?
He did. You said something else, and it's like this was from last week's show, week 4, the Beyond the Door trilogy, and he's like, "Ha ha ha! You guys are the best. I got a good chuckle when you mention the comments. Much love to y'all. The best podcast ever." So I'm like, I'm not sure if this guy's actually a fan and he's just being ridiculous or.
Oh yeah, it totally was.
You said it wasn't the other one. He's just trolling. He thought it'd be funny.
It was.
Yeah,
he made
it was
an entire account just to do it. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was funny.
So
it was
ridiculous.
The long troll.
Yeah,
I didn't realize at first that he like I thought it was just somebody being an asshole at first.
It would be funny.
Read the
and then read his name. Yeah.
It'd be funny if like periodically, like he'll just like comment and shows you like, remember that time I told JP to see his way out at the movie theaters?
Dude, that guy was a cornball.
That's insane.
See your way out.
This is an A and B conversation. So see your way out. I was like, bro, what the fuck, dude?
This guy watched too many Disney movies growing up.
Dude, that was some shit that like kids used to say in like 3rd grade.
Dude, that's how they talk. That's how they talk in Disney Channel original movies, like the TV movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're doing a Norwegian trilogy of films tonight, I could, it's funny.
And a double feature next week.
Yeah, and a double feature next week. So I was looking for like a top 10 Norwegian horror film list or whatever. You can't even, there's like none. All you can find is like top 10 like Scandinavian. They always lump everything in together. It's like Finland, Sweden, and Norway together. And I'm like, I couldn't find one list that was just top 10 Norwegian films. It was so weird. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to go through this list. It's like an IMDb film of just like Norwegian horror films, and actually kind of like talk about the ones we've actually seen, haven't seen, kind of thing. Actually, it's kind of interesting. So the first one on the list is called Manhunt from 2008. I've heard of this film. I've never seen it though.
No idea.
Okay, I haven't seen that one, but number 2 is Lake of the Dead, which is actually from the Haunts Volume 1.
Yeah, it's in a Haunt set. I haven't watched it, but I know it's in the Haunt set.
I reviewed it, I think, a couple years ago on 31 Days. It's really cool. It's really good. Really enjoyed that one. It's from 1958. Really good stuff. Then the third one on here is Dead Snow, which I've seen before. Number 4 is Dead Snow 2. Number 5 is Cold Prey 2, Cold Prey 3. Number 8 is Bread and Circus. Have you guys ever heard of this film?
No.
It's from 2003. It is fucking pretty wild. I actually really enjoy this film. It's pretty good stuff. Number 9 is Vilmark from 2003. Don't even know anything about that one. Number 10 is Horror. Like WHORE, as in you're a slutty whore.
All right.
Which I've seen before. I don't really remember it too much. And then the next one, I didn't know if this must be a sequel to it because it's called Inside the Horror.
Oh.
That's actually really funny. Number 12 is The Thrill of a Kill, which I have also seen. I think this movie was really terrible, but I can't quite remember. It's from 2011. Wow, how have we not done this shit? Number 13 is a film called 22. Wouldn't that just make complete sense to do a movie called 22 on this podcast? Number 14 is Dark Souls, which I believe is that not one of the 8 films to die for? Or it's part of one of those series. Oh, maybe it's not one of the 8 films to die for. It's part of one of those like things that was coming out. 2010. Number 15 is Tuttle. Don't know. Number 16 is Zombies 3D. Don't know that one either. Number 17 is, of course, Troll Hunter, which is fantastic. Number 18 is Isle of Darkness from 97. Don't know that one at all. Hidden from 2009. Number 20 is, now we're getting into like actually Norwegian names. Snarvivian? I have no idea. Number 21, Kurt Joseph Wangle and the Legend of the Ford Witch. Okay. Number 22 is Thale from 2012. You've seen this one right before, JP?
No, I don't think I have.
Never seen that? Oh, it's actually quite good. It's a good film. Number 23 is Next Door from 2005. Not seen that one. 2011's The Monitor. No. Stallo Awakens from 2018. And we got Bells in the Moonlight from 1964. Fuck, there's a bunch of films in here I've never seen or even heard of.
64.
There you go. Bells in the Moonlight from 1964. So we're going to have to seek that one out. Maybe that's pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Interesting. Number 27 is Dunderland, 2012. Number 28 is Fuck Norge from 2004.
I think you're getting into like ones that don't even exist now.
Well, no, I'm not that far. But this movie's from 2004 and it's called Fuck Norge.
I don't even know what you're saying. Fuck what?
Fuck Norge. Norge. Norge.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. But it says it's comedy horror mystery, so it's Fuck Norge. Maybe it's a person's name. I don't know. Number 29 is Halford. Oh no, it's TV miniseries. Oh no, now we're into like, okay, that's it. So there's definitely a bunch of Norwegian films I've never seen. I've seen a few of them and heard of a couple, but we just discovered one from 2004 and 64. So that was very educational at the same time.
Did they not include Rare Exports?
Rare Exports
that movie sucks. We don't claim it.
Is not Norwegian. It's Finnish. It's from Finland.
It's listed as Finland, Norway.
Yeah. So it's the film it's probably maybe produced by some Norwegians or something like that, but it's all shot and it's a Finnish film.
What about The Ugly Stepsister?
Is that Norwegian or is that Finnish also?
I don't know. Let me look.
I don't know.
I clicked on Norway.
Oh, this fucking list is 12 years ago too.
Oh.
So the Ugly Stepsister is Denmark, Norway, Poland, Sweden.
Yeah, so Denmark, yeah.
But
there isn't
a
like
lot of co-producers out there.
There's definitely not like an abundance of like Norwegian films, like horror films.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
No, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
What about, there's one called Christmas Blood, I think. Is that Norwegian? Artsploitation put that out towards their end.
I actually really like that film actually.
Norway, yeah. I haven't rewatched that in forever.
It's Norwegian. Yeah, I think I rewatched it either last year or the year before actually. It's pretty good. It's like gory and shit. It's not bad.
There's another one called Nightmare on 34th Street that says it's Norwegian.
Nightmare on 34th Street. Nice.
That's funny.
Play on Miracle on 34th Street.
And Christmas Cruelty is listed.
Oh yeah, Christmas Cruelty is fucking brutal, man.
I haven't seen that one actually.
Yeah, that one's brutal. Yeah, it's a rough Christmas film, man. Oh wow. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
So
So we've just we're in the next 2 weeks we're reviewing like half of all Norwegian horror films.
Pretty much.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, we could even do Christmas Cruelty if you really wanted to. Just
Oh yeah,
right. I mean, if it comes down to it,
and Christmas Blood.
Christmas Blood. Yeah, we could. Yeah, why not? Just keep it all Norwegian all month.
And Miracle on 34th or Nightmare on 34th Street.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny title actually. What year did that come
Norwegian, out? Three Norwegian horror Christmas horror films. That one is 2023.
Oh. That would be pretty
Tubi.
fun.
It's on Tubi.
It's funny how we just stumbled into this month of all of a sudden, like we're just doing nothing but
Norwegian we just do
films.
A whole Norwegian month.
They got a lot of snow there.
I guess if we don't get Silent Night, Deadly Night, we do that.
We could do it as a bonus feature. Shit.
Yeah.
Norwegian Horror Month.
It just happened that way, I guess.
Totally by accident. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
The first and only annual.
That's what you think, because we're running out of movies.
Well, there's definitely a few more there that we could do, but yeah.
Yeah, we can keep going for another year.
Right. All right. You guys have anything else?
No.
Intro wise? Do you always want to get into these Norwegian cold prey films?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fritvilt.
Yeah. All right. So that is going to conclude the intro, and we'll be back momentarily with the Cold Prey trilogy. Yeah.
Yo, who this?
Yo, Moodz, it's your boy, the ill-mannered funky child, calling you to remind you that the featured reviews on this episode contain spoilers.
Aw, yeah, man, that's right, brother. Thanks for the heads up, playa. Now go back to being an unproductive asshole.
Fuck you. Now tell your listeners to stop being so dumb, silly, sensitive.
Yeah.
And now, our feature presentation. All right, so getting into the featured reviews here on episode 306, we're going to take it all the way back to 2006 with the Norwegian slasher film called Cold Prey.
Also known as Fritvilt.
Fritvilt.
Which means open season in Norwegian.
Oh, okay.
Directed by Aurora Yathog.
Yeah, I think all the directors all three films are directed by different people, right?
Yeah, this guy directed the first one, and he went on to direct Tomb Raider, and Troll, and Troll 2.
What the fuck is this Tomb Raider movie? What is this?
It's based on a video game.
Oh, God.
They actually did another one back in like the early 2000s with Angelina Jolie, I believe. Who played
No, I knew that one, but like this is another like Laura Croft thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild. Tyler, have you seen these films before?
I've never even heard of these films before.
That's pretty crazy.
What?
Yeah.
You'd never heard of Cold Prey?
No, I've literally never heard of these films before.
They were very talked about in like the 2009, 10, 8 era of YouTube. Like they were
this era from probably 2005 till probably around 2010 is the least amount I've probably ever watched movies in my life. And especially like horror, because going into those years, we were kind of coming off. I was like really into Adam Sandler type comedies, that like kind of 90s comedy growing up. And we kind of had a golden age of that in the early 2000s that basically lasted until around that time period. So as far as movies I was watching, I was honestly you're only just going to the theaters to see movies like that. And like your big horror movies, that was it.
Wild.
Yeah,
so
I don't remember when I've good.
Yeah, well, so definitely nothing on the internet. Like I knew, like I have like no knowledge of like what was going to pop up on the internet in this time period, and I just don't really have any like nostalgia or anything for this time period, simply because I wasn't really watching movies.
I am starting to get nostalgic for this time period, specifically like 2004 to like 12. I think that especially maybe like the mid 2000s, like 2006, 7, 8, or the late 2000s rather, like 9, 10, like those movies are starting to really be.
They're really starting to feel like throwbacks now. It really does. Yeah.
I hate the way movies look from this time period. Everything is starting to get digitalized and they have this weird, like washed out gray look to them.
But this movie, I think, is great with the look of it. Like, I get what you're saying, but dude,
yeah, I think I watched my awesome. DVD and the DVD looks a little bit muddy, but I'm sure if there's like a high def transfer of it.
The third one looks really good, but the first two looked pretty muddy from what I saw.
Well, the first one I watched a Blu-ray transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the third one I watched a Blu-ray transfer.
Yeah, the third one definitely.
The second one was a straight ass DVD.
Yeah, it's the Shout Factory release of it.
I watched whatever was on MB, but
I thought the Shout Factory DVD looked fine for the second one.
The third one looked like it was a step up in production equipment.
See, I love the look of the first movie. Like, I think that it has such good atmosphere with the snowed in lodge. In the middle of nowhere. And you're right. Like, everything is gray. Like everything is washed out. There's no color in this movie.
No, it's super white and just, very bland kind of looking, but it doesn't matter because it's the setting that really matters. It's very atmospheric and it's kind of terrifying, actually. So Cold Prey from 2006 synopsis. 5 young Norwegians head up to the mountains to snowboard. One breaks his leg and it's getting dark soon.
I read that synopsis.
And so they spent the night in a big abandoned hotel closed 30 years ago. They are not alone. Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's like Wrong Turn in Norway, bro. Yeah. That's what this movie is.
It's very simple. It's very simple. It's exactly what the synopsis says. It's about these 5 people that go up this mountain. They do some crazy snowboarding, which is to me, to hike up all that way to do one run, because by the time you get down to the bottom, you're not going back up for a second run. Fuck that. I'm not climbing all that shit back. You need a chairlift. But anyways, so they start making their way down. Buddy breaks his leg. They find this abandoned hotel. They go in there and it gets a little messy in there and stuff. So Tyler, we'll start with you actually, because since you haven't seen this film before, and I'm very, very familiar with the first 2 anyways. So what are your thoughts on it?
They're all right. I was expecting it to be, I don't know what I was really expecting, but I was a little surprised when it was just ended up really just pretty much being a Norwegian slasher. I felt I kept expecting this movie to go into some sort of backstory. Maybe that's just what I'm more used to movies doing nowadays. Not that that's even a good thing. But yeah, I was a little surprised that this was kind of just this is a scary monster mountain man. Basically you're Jason or such, or this guy kind of is a cross between the Miner and Jason with his little lookout from Norway. I was a little surprised with just a movie like that. But having said that, for me, these movies all necessarily aren't really my bag either. But I thought it was a fine enough kind of time killer. I thought the atmosphere was good, like you guys said. That was the most impressive part of the movie to me. One thing I was a little disappointed in is being basically a slasher from this time period and where violence had really started to amp up. I felt like this movie was a little bit tame, and I thought violence is really what this movie needed to push it up if we're just going to be making a slasher. The atmosphere is cool and all, but outside of that, I didn't really think this movie had the best characters or anything, or the most unique villain, but I thought it was fine enough. I don't think it was bad or anything.
I think that this is one of those type of films where, you don't really get to know the characters at all. There's 5 main characters. There's only 4 deaths in the entire movie.
Yeah.
So the body count is very, very low for a slasher film. The kills aren't overly gory. There's a little bit of blood in the first one with the blonde girl, but the other kills are pretty modest. This movie kind of relies on just tension and atmosphere and like location and stuff like that. Like we know
well,
really going
it
into
also does a really good job of making the villain like actually like terrifying and threatening. Like he does, like it.
Mhm.
They're so isolated. There's not a lot of moments where you're like, oh, do this, do that. Like they should do this. You know what I mean? Like,
well, because they actually can't, because they're basically in the middle of a mountain. There's nowhere to go, right? So it is terrifying. Again, with a film with a narrative like this, you have to suspend your belief a little bit that, this guy has been, living in this hotel for as long as he has been living in there. So they give you a little bit of backstory within the film and stuff like that. This is 2006, so it's been closed down since basically 1975, 1976. It's been closed down for 30 years. And you get like little bits and pieces where, there has been a bunch of, other tourists that have gone missing and stuff like that. And there's a little bit of a police investigation, which is kind of funny in the film too. It's like, you think you start to put the pieces together where, people keep going up on these mountains and disappearing. Dogs are found dead, skinned and shit like that, sheep and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was a little like, confused what the purpose of all that was at first too, and then I kind of just got to the point of because just kill people because he likes to.
Well, I mean, they give you a little bit of backstory, like you get a little bit of flashbacks with our villain, right? And we learn that basically what happened was he was supposedly went outside to play, never came back, and he was deemed missing, kind of thing, right? Yeah. And that's basically the story. We don't really. I don't think they even
tell you. I don't think they even tell you that much in this movie.
Well, they do.
Yeah, they do.
That's pretty much what they tell you, but they don't.
The characters do the exposition with
there's an interview on TV where they're like, our son's missing, he's been gone for a couple of days and stuff like that. And
you see that like right at the beginning too, and you see the kid like, okay,
they explore the family lore a little bit, through the second one. You get a little bit more bits and pieces, and of course the third one is like, it tells you exactly what happens. It gives you basically what happens with him and stuff like that. And the story is not really.
I appreciate though. Like at this time period, they were over explaining everything.
Right. I think they still were.
It's very modest. It's very, very modest in story for sure. And I like this about the film because you don't really know a lot about him. You know that he was a kid that obviously went missing, and he's obviously.
It honestly doesn't really even matter that much for the.
It doesn't matter. That's why.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I love the simplicity of this movie. Like it definitely scratched I remember seeing it in maybe 2008, 9, 10, somewhere around there, like before YouTube maybe. And I remember like having that hangover of like all the great slashers were in the 80s, and then there were a couple decent ones in the 90s, but they also went and like created a lot more like complications with the 90s slashers. They became more complex. And I remember this like scratching the itch of like just a nice simple slasher movie where there's a bunch of people somewhere and they're getting picked off. Like, and I think that this movie it relies heavily on its atmosphere, the suspense and tension and like the fear of the killer. And it doesn't really do much else outside of that. There's not much character development or interactions even. There's some funny moments with the dude that has the broken leg with the like can and trying to get in the can and stuff like that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So when he breaks his leg,
but there's no real comedy relief in the film. Like, there's moments where you kind of chuckle and stuff, but it's not like it's not forceful with the comedy. It's
like when they told him he looked like he had a surface fracture and his bones literally sticking out of his leg.
So I think that like what this film, I really feel like what this film set out to do, it like accomplishes about as good as you could. I do think that like a little bit more kills could have like upped the entire project a bit, but at the same time, I also like this smaller scoped thing where each kill feels like important or like has a lot of like oomph to it. Like the first kill with the girl in her underwear and stuff, like it's kind of like sad, like brutal. You know what I mean? It's like she almost gets back to her friend and stuff. I thought that was done really well.
It's
that whole sequence.
It definitely is like a kind of a slow burn when it comes to kills. Like I said, there's only 4 death scenes in the film, and I think the first kill comes around
about 40 minutes.
About 40-minute mark, you know.
Because I checked when I was like, oh, how long did this take? And I checked, it was like 38 minutes and change.
Yeah, so it's about that time period. And so I mean, going into the film, you know it's going to be a low body count because we only have 5 main characters, right?
I think a lot of people might expect for there to be like people that show up and find them and add to the body count, or
that's always.
I mean, they're halfway up. I just wish
the kills were more brutal, like, you know, like more visual.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. You know, I mean, I think it works pretty well. I mean, once you get a kill, I think the kills, the way they space themselves out into like the third act where we get like, you know, the heroic final girl actions and stuff like that is actually pretty well done. For a film that runs close to 100 minutes, I feel like it's not overly that long. It doesn't feel that long to me either, because I think the tension is there. I love the setting. Like the atmosphere is like actually really good in this. It's like a character of its own, you know, being that in that isolated kind of one area throughout a whole film is just terrifying to me, because you really can't, like you said, JP, you can't make these abrupt decisions because there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Like, I mean, once it turns dark, you can't ski down the mountain in darkness. That's death. That's a death wish right there. So there's no options. There's really no options. I think one of my favorite things about the movie is it's just the simplicity of the little notes that you get from the backstory of the killer. There's not a lot there, but you don't need to know much. You don't need to know much about our main characters either, because just a bunch of dudes that are like, you know, snowboarding and stuff. You don't need to know a bunch of shit. And I'm glad that they didn't waste a lot of the time in the film, you know, talking about just pointless bullshit within the film, like, you know, just pointless dialogue and stuff like that. I feel like what is spoken in the film is fine. You got a little bit of relationship stuff with the girl that gets killed in the beginning of the film. Guy's sexually frustrated and stuff like that. And, you know, it kind of goes down and you feel for them, even though you don't really know them that well, because you know that they're probably decent people and they don't deserve that. But even though you don't get to know them that well, you know, it's still tragic the way the shit goes down. And I really kind of feel that. But there's some really cool nods within this movie though, too. It's like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like the first kill with the girl, the blonde girl, she dies in room 237. You know, we're in an abandoned hotel, and
they don't got fucking 200 or whatever rooms there.
Well,
they don't got 23 rooms there.
Well, exactly, but she dies in room 237.
Well, it really actually how hotels actually work is they would need to have at least 37 on each floor.
Yeah.
So there would need to be 2 floors and 37 rooms.
Again, suspend your belief.
35.
One of my favorite moments in the movie, and I don't know if you guys, I actually took a picture of this because I was like, did I just see that? That's really cool. So there's a scene where a guy is the dude with the broken leg. He's kind of like drawing some shit, and the camera pans up and it shows the tape player and it shows the counter. It transitions into the counter and it shows 666 and it goes back to him. It's fucking pretty awesome. Really cool transition moment where on the tape player, you know, the counter is so 666. Fucking really cool. Like just minor stuff like that. Like really kind of keeps you intrigued and stuff. But yeah, like really good stuff, man. It's more of like a quiet film. Like there's a score to it, but it's very quiet. And I like that about it, that it's not like this bombastic type overwhelming score to it, because you're isolated. You're in the middle of a mountain. It's very desolate. It's haunting. And, you know, hearing the actual natural elements of like the wind and stuff like that is terrifying enough to me. So the score in the film is pretty quiet when it comes to that kind of elements and stuff. But even the sound design is really good though, too. But, you know, I mean, I really enjoy films like this because they're very simple. And when they're effective, they work on this level. So good. I mean, I have really no problems with this film.
It's just a movie that it's like what I want out of like simple movies. Like, of course, I like the big, complex, like mind fucky, like stress me out movies.
Yeah.
But like whenever I'm thinking like comfort, like stuff like, you know, just for example, like last night I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's just a fun movie. You know what I mean? This has like no misses in its filmmaking for me. Like I just think that it's like perfect for what it is. It's an awesome little slasher film with good atmosphere. I had seen this twice before, I think, and I always thought it was be a movie that doesn't hold up from, you know, the first time seeing it for me, but it does. Like I think this movie is pretty great for, you know, an awesome watch. Like it's just, I really enjoyed this watch for this one. It's been a little while.
Yeah, I think the one thing for this movie, like, you know, just having the kills a little bit more amped up would have been fine with me. I would have been, because I'm a big fan of like the snowy horror films where there's lots of blood like in the snow and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's like
very visual. Yeah,
it's very, very good visually, man. And that would have been cool to see a little bit more of that on screen. But again, you know, we have 5 characters and you got to have a final girl, you know, kind of thing. Right. So, and I really like the way this one goes down. I think our final girl in this film is really, really good. Like she just doesn't come across as being somebody that just is out of her element in battling this, you know, this main boss, you know, this killer. I feel like she actually is that person for the job. You know what I mean? Like she is strong enough to do it. And the way it goes down is pretty cool. That whole pushing the bodies down the crevice in the mountain shit, man, is like haunting as fuck to me. And I like how they elaborate on that in the second one too.
Yeah,
and you get to see a little bit more.
At first, I assumed he was just. I assumed like you were just a cannibal, I guess. But when you start to see the crevice full of bodies, you're just like, oh, I guess he just likes killing people.
Yeah.
I think it's also more like just people. It's a Leatherface situation where it's
it took my like brain to. I just really don't watch a lot of slashers, so it just took my brain to adjust that. Like, some guys just like round up the kids and they just slaughter over the laughs. I guess
that's the cool thing about this film. It's like, you know, I mean, if you were living in a lodge like on a mountain by yourself and stuff like that, and somebody invaded your place, wouldn't you want to kill them too?
I mean, probably.
You got to remember, this guy didn't hunt them down; they came to him. Right?
Yeah, but there's like all these years of disappearances.
Yeah, that probably came to his little lodge.
Yeah, I think all those people fucking went into that. But I always thought it was funny because like once you get more of the backstory, it's like these guys were here in 2006 and this shit's been going on for, you know, as long as it's been going on, because
because all these cops are like, dude, I ain't going up in those mountains. Fuck that.
But when they get into the hotel, there's still like tons of booze and stuff like that. I'm like, how does all these previous people not drink all that shit?
Right? If all these that's the one part that's. If he's picking up all these people, then how is this shit still here?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Again, you got to.
How the hell has he not?
Because this guy's had 30 years to fucking turn this thing into The Hills Have Eyes.
See, we're under the impression that it's been going on since the 70s, but we know in the prequel that basically he ends up at that cabin in 1988.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years after the fact. So it's only been 18 years he's been living in that cabin that we know. So that's kind of an interesting twist on the thing. So, so it's 18 years of him killing there, but still. Again, there was a lot of bodies and stuff, but pretty interesting. So,
if he really wanted to, he could have avoided those people for a night.
It's like such an interesting thing, though.
Like,
too.
I don't want them eating my fucking food.
Like this guy is living like in the depths of the building too. Like he's in like secret rooms and shit like that. It's like if you were up there and just like, place, you could have just been living in the entire place yourself.
Yeah, like,
why get holed up in some random fucking some room inside the house? It's like, or inside the hotel. It's like
you're then gonna come out of it, hunt the people out of once people finally come in.
Right. I guess. Yeah. But yeah, like he kills for the sake of just killing. And
those are for fun.
Yeah, like he really doesn't do any. He's not a cannibal. He's not doing anything with it. It's like it's just.
Yeah, and they even go as far to say like they found like graves full of like skinned sheep, and it was like, oh, so he's not eating the people. So is he just killing them because it's fun?
I know the whole reveal of like skinned dogs and killed sheep. And stuff
it's like,
that.
oh, like, okay, so he's been eating, just not eating other stuff.
Yeah, but like you skin a dog though and not take it. Like, what'd you do with the hide?
He made a jacket. It's cold up there.
I guess it's maybe what he was wearing. I don't know, but he just kind of looks like like the killer himself. Kind of looks like a typical mountain man. Like he's got a big like kind of like kind of big parka on with like the big almost like aviation goggles, kind of thing.
Those big ski goggles.
Those big ski goggles, but they're like old school ones though.
Yeah,
they almost look like aviation ones, and that's kind of what he looks like. And he kills with a pickaxe. That's his thing.
Yeah. So he's like a Norwegian version of like Jason in the Miner.
I wonder why they chose the pickaxe.
So it looks cool.
It kind of been done before, like My Bloody Valentine.
What weapon hasn't been done before?
But like a pickaxe, like up in like in the snowy mountains and stuff like that. Just
he should have had a sharpened ski pole.
Well, you probably need it for ice.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's the only logical explanation, really, to have a pickaxe up there.
It would. I mean, could you imagine if he had like a fucking sickle or something or a scythe?
Yeah,
that'd be really out of place.
Right.
Should have a flamethrower.
Dude, watch Silent Night.
But when she throws that pickaxe at the end of the film and gets him right through the chest, man, I'm like, man, dude, it almost felt like it should have been 3D at that point because it's just coming towards the camera.
That's the second one. Yeah.
That is in the end of the second one. Yeah, yeah.
That's the second one. She throws it like an Olympian. This one she just gives him the old swing.
Oh yeah, because she battles him with the pickaxe.
And then he like falls
the
off
one,
and
right?
it's like the worst CG and like the fucking like this crevice that must be a mile deep.
Right, because at the end of the first one, she just battles him with the pickaxe.
Yeah, his like whole life flashes before his eyes while he's falling down the crevice. It's like
it's funny when you watch these movies back to back like that. You're like, oh yeah, that totally is.
Dude, these movies run together a good bit.
Well, it's because it's very similar. Like the way the first one ends and the way the second one ends, it's very kind of similar.
Bro, I watched these back to back to back.
I literally I watched all three of them in one day.
I watched.
I watched them back to back to back, like this morning.
I watched 2 and 3 right back to back, but I had a little break in between one.
I got up today like dreadfully hungover because I drank way too much last night. And I'm like, oh, I need to watch this movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to read it. But I'm like, thank God the dialogue isn't overly important in these things.
I even had to fix the subtitles on them because they were running off sync. I had to fix.
Oh my God, I was gonna talk to you about that.
Oh really? I didn't have
any. On the third one, the subtitles were off sync, so I had to like pause it.
It took me like.
Oh, it was. Fine
it's so hard to do.
No, I got lucky on it.
What are they talking about?
Yeah, the scene. I got lucky on it because I figured I caught it right away, and I said, "I'm nipping this shit in the bud," and it was right when the detective first goes to that dude. So I just waited for him to like go like hello and sync it up to the hello.
Oh, John.
Yeah, when he like shows up right at the beginning,
that's where I
be like,
oh, that too.
Yeah.
The problem I always have is I can never remember like is minus slow it down.
You have to pull them back. Yeah, minus brings it back further back. But yeah, I just waited for him to open the door and say hello.
So why were you guys having issues? Because the link that you sent me worked fine today for me.
I didn't send you a link. I sent you a file.
It was the Vimo. I saved.
No, that was Tony.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I used a file.
Oh shit, man! Because his link was awesome.
It doesn't happen that often, but yeah, sometimes the subs just like end up off sync.
It's just where the subs were pulled from what release. Like some releases have like more. I guess maybe it's like the beginning or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe it has like different credits at the beginning or something that are longer or something. I have no fucking clue.
Different video release company, shit like that.
Yeah. Like the logos that pop up like Paramount and stuff. Yeah. I think that's maybe what causes it.
So this is like one of those films that like, if you're very familiar with watching like 80s and specifically 80s slasher films, you know that you're always going to get that exploitive angle with like, you know, sex and, you know, nudity and stuff like that. That's one thing that these movies don't do. There's really, I mean, there's the idea of like sex and stuff, but like there isn't a lot of exploitive stuff. There's no nudity really. I think you see a guy's ass in the third one. You know what I mean? But like there's no,
you
there's
see
no
some,
titties.
you see some side boob there too. I think.
Side boob, but it's nothing major.
Dude, you literally said some guy's ass instead of the side boob.
Well, that was because that was the one thing that you saw that was naked. Side boob. I'm like, I don't really count that. I mean, you see side boobs all the time. But like these movies don't focus on being exploitive with like, you know, nudity and sex and stuff like that. It
was kind of just ending, right? Like 2006 is a little early, but like a little after that, like it's so rare we get any sort of like exploitation nudity in any slasher movie these days.
Like even in the second one, like you have the scene where, you know, the nurse goes and takes a shower and stuff. I'm like, oh, right on, we're gonna get to see some titties here, and then nope. Next, it just cuts to her and she's in a towel, and that's it. Like you get nothing. It doesn't want to focus on
why bother having a shower scene
angle of it. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought though too. I'm like, man, if you're gonna bother showing that, you might as well show the titties. I'm like, come on. So Yeah, it's like, but yeah, it's definitely one thing they don't focus on here. It's and you know, the other thing with this trilogy of movies is, you know, they're pretty much dead serious. You know, there's comedic moments, maybe unintentionally funny, maybe funny, I don't know, but it's not a focus of these movies. You know what I'm saying? So, which I really like. So, yeah. But I've always been a big fan of like these isolated, you know, kind of one area type films. I find them really scary. And like, dude, being on a mountain in the middle of winter with shit going down is a terrifying scenario. Like, I understand the whole cabin in the woods type thing in the winter, because like I have one, and going out there, like, you're just out there, bro. Like, shit can go wrong.
Dude, for my brother's wedding 3 weeks ago, we were at like a nice cabin, like a nice furnished cabin, like all there, but we were still in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I was like, if someone came here, no one would hear us scream.
Yeah. Like, I mean, my cabin is amazing. It's big, you know, we don't have power, and this was like fully furnished, like for people to rent and like sleep in. I mean, we have solar power, so we basically we actually live like we have power because our solar is so good. But I get it though. Like, I love that scenario, like being out middle of winter, just like desolate, and it's great. It's great. I can kind of relate to this type of shit. So watching these films is like pretty sweet, pretty fucking sweet. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot more on these. Do you guys have anything else?
I do not.
GP, got anything else?
No.
Okay. Tyler, what do you rate this one?
6.
JP.
I give it an 8.5.
Yeah. I'm actually at an 8 on this one. I really enjoy this film, so yeah. Good stuff.
Very nice.
Good stuff. All right, so that is Cold Prey from 2006. All right, so getting into the second film here from 2008, titled Cold Prey 2, or Frickville 2. All right, synopsis on this one. Yannicki wakes up in the hospital. All of her friends are dead. As she walks through the dark corridors, she thinks she is left alone, but the nightmare isn't over yet. All right, so we didn't disclose, but we're going to have to spoil shit, Ben, because it's a trilogy and we got direct continuity here. This is kind of like one of those cases where when you watch Halloween and Halloween 2, it kind of takes place in the same day, same next day kind of thing. That's exactly what we have here. So our protagonist from the first film, Yannicki, she survives the film. She, disposes of the killer, which she thinks she does. one thing leads to another, and she ends up in a hospital. And basically all hell breaks loose after the fucking killer from the first film is resuscitated by the doctors. Have you guys ever seen this in a movie before? Where a killer is actually
a person back to life?
Resuscitated actually by doctors. Like, not just by like crazy lightning and resurrecting Jason in part 6 and stuff. I mean, actual physical doctors, like medical doctors resurrecting. So what happens in this film is like,
you think the guy that wrote this would be like, well, it'd be totally unbelievable if he just came to life after making this fall.
The one cool thing about this movie, though, is that they explain it away as to why this guy wasn't dead. It's you have to suspend your belief on the theory or what happens with him being resurrected and stuff like that. But like, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of stupid, but it's interesting at the same time. I don't know. I kind of like it. But anyways, there's a scene where she's down in the morgue and she's like kind of saying goodbye to like all of her friends that are from the first film, which I thought was a really interesting scene because this is a sequel done by a different director. And he brought back the actors from the first film just to be dead in the second film. Like, it's all the same people. All the bodies are the same people. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I was like, that's pretty wild. So anyways, they're down in the morgue and one of the nurses is like, doing her shit with the killer. And he starts kind of like moving around and stuff. And so the doctors rush in there and they fucking resuscitate him through the paddles and stuff like that. And then we get this crazy story of this backstory of the killer within part 2 and how when he was originally born, he was actually stillborn. And apparently he was dead for like 2 or 3 hours, I think they say in the narrative. And then he just like came alive. And it's like so stupid, but that's what happens in this. Like he gets killed in the end of the first film, but then he like comes back to life and shit.
Did they specifically say he died?
Yeah, the nurse actually says that like, we took the pulse, like he was dead. He was fucking dead. They actually talk about like how he was dead. And the heart.
Let's bring this one back to life.
Yeah, and then the heart just like started beating again, like how when he was originally born, he was stillborn and he was dead for 3 hours, which, if you know anything about, medical shit, man, if you're dead for 3 hours, your heart's not beating for 3 hours, you're fucking dead. So anyways,
your brain will be cooked.
Exactly. So like his heart just came back to life kind of thing. This is what happened here. And so they resurrect him, which is obviously the wrong thing to do because we're in a hospital and he just goes on a killing rampage. So, it's basically Cold Prey 2.
It's also basically Strangers Chapter 2.
It's Halloween 2 also.
It's like also Halloween 2.
It's like Halloween to Halloween 2. It's like the same thing where Jamie Lee Curtis is in the hospital, where this one's a little bit more believable. It's not as desolate, even though it's still pretty desolate.
It actually is like a good setup for a sequel, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
To a slasher movie.
This one's weird because like the body count in this film, I think is like 7 or 8. I think 8 with the killer dying or whatever. But most of the deaths in this film are cops. It's pretty much all cops. I think one of the doctors,
cops.
Yeah, the doctor death in this film, that death scene is pretty fucking awesome. And I will say, of course, the body count's upped a little bit here. I think the death scenes are a little bit better in this one. Also, it kind of amped up a little bit. I think, like I said, the doctor death scene where he gets his neck broken like halfway down his back, I thought that was pretty fucking cool. So, thoughts on Cold Prey 2, JP?
I think it's a pretty good follow-up. Honestly, I like that it starts up right after the last one left. I think it is also cool that they did like make it a true sequel. You know what I mean? It's like, just let's continue this story.
Yep.
That makes it, and they actually like don't do any dumb shit where they like ignore stuff that happened previously. You know what I mean? That's like one of my biggest.
They actually did the polar opposite because, like I said, even with the dead friends, those bodies that are in the morgue are the same fucking actors that are from the first film.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, like, how do you contact someone to be like, hey guys, So we have a role for you this film, but you're just going to be dead on screen for 2 seconds.
Yeah, they were like, I know, like, I don't know if you guys are up to anything, but you want a day's pay.
But the authenticity of doing a direct sequel was so good here. It's not only the same lead.
I know it's surprising too, because it's not the same director. Because you would think if it's the same,
director, dude, it feels like so similar.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
what it probably is the same everybody else. You know what I mean? Because like how many like the directors of photography are working in Norway? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't look to see who the
has like the same producers and everything.
But just to have like the cast come back just for the dead bodies and stuff, but like everything felt so authentic. When you watch Cold Prey 1 and 2 back to back, it's literally one big movie. You know what I mean? Like it's just perfectly done.
Yeah.
There's no fuck ups in the narrative. And the cool thing about Cold Prey 2 is that they kind of give you a little bit more tidbits into like the story. Of course, like, you know, the stillborn thing, and like they give you a little bit more insight to like the killer and stuff, but not a lot. They keep it very vague, which I really do like. Again, it doesn't matter. You don't need to know a lot about it. That's what the prequel is for. Then you get the full blown exactly what happened kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So I actually thought this movie slightly better. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
No, it's actually the consensus in this
really?
trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, most people prefer the second.
It's a little shorter, which I think is good, because I did kind of feel like the last movie didn't feel long, but I felt like this is a 100-minute movie. But this one I got to cut all the bullshit of any type of introductions and get right to it. So
which I don't think it's extended in the first film either. It's just, you know, it's just a bunch of like conversation and stuff. Like I don't think all that stuff in the first film is bad at all. But
either way, like you didn't need 38 minutes to get to a kill in this one. You know what I mean? Like it was easier to just go in this one.
It still takes a little bit before you start getting kills in this one, though.
Yeah, like but there's just less of this time period we need to build up because we're already established, and you can just start doing shit. And we already know what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel similar to the first, but they do some things a little better, like you said, like the body counts up. I think the kills are pretty much similar, but there are more of them, and I think there's at least like some sort of upgrade. It does have that same like abandoned hospital problem where there's never this little people in the hospital like there is in these movies. I remember there's like one part towards the end where it's like he was like walking in a basement. Like this is supposed to be a hospital too.
Well, you got to remember, like when you're in a hospital at nighttime, it's just the night crew. There's no visitors there. There's very little doctors around and stuff. Like it actually is a little bit more desolate. Like, I mean, I've been in a hospital overnight before. It does get pretty quiet. Besides like the people, there should be more people in the hospital. Usually hospitals are completely full.
Dude, my hospital's like you can go in at any time and there's a bunch of fucking people, man.
Yeah. I remember like years ago, I used to visit me and my buddy used to go visit his mom when she was in the hospital, like around like midnight. And it would be dark and it would be like a lot more common there. But there was always still like someone at reception desk. There was always like still a nurse or two walking around. There was.
Well, I'm just talking about regular guests and stuff. Like here, you can't go to the hospital to visit your homie that's in the hospital at 12 o'clock at night. It just doesn't work like that. There's no one around.
I remember when Carly went to the hospital. I think it was this past year. It was like 2 a.m, and I went there, and.
Yeah, so you can't.
There was literally like 40 people in the waiting room, and then I went back.
Yeah.
And then I went back, and they only let 2 people back there at a time.
I'm talking about actually being like in a hospital, like in a room, like overnight and stuff like that. Like when you're actually in past emerge and stuff like that. Yeah, there's like nobody in those halls. I mean, I spent 3 days in the hospital after I broke my elbow and had surgery and shit like that, and it's fucking quiet, man. Except for the fucking
it's probably a little more active in my area.
Yeah.
But I imagine that I remember being in the hospital overnight and stuff like that too. And I remember it being fairly quiet, dark.
Yeah.
But that was at a children's hospital.
But I love the hospital setting. And like, of course, this one continues like, you know, from the first film, obviously. So it's still that snowy setting. So you have that atmosphere going on for it and stuff like that too. So pretty cool. And I really like the fact that like the killer looks identical. Like they didn't change anything, obviously, because it is, you know, from the same night kind of thing. But like every once in a while, you're like, looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like when this happens.
More often than not, it looks a little different. Honestly.
Yeah, and it looks completely the same, which is totally respectable. You guys notice the Burger King product placement in this film?
No, I must have not paying attention enough.
I noticed the Burger King, which is funny because I wrote it down.
Usually, I always notice shit like that too and laugh at it.
I always laugh at product placement. I for some reason, I think my mind always looks for it. But in the third film, there's a scene where he's like, "Hey, cold burgers! I brought cold," and it's Burger King burgers. So obviously,
What?
Burger King had something to do.
Where did it say Burger King?
On the fucking burgers that he pulls out of his backpack.
I thought they just were fucking like tinfoil.
It literally says Burger King on them.
What?
Check it out. 100% it does. I laughed my ass off. I was like, wow, that's some crazy odd product placement right there. It says Burger King on the burgers. It even says Whopper. Burger King Whopper. So, yeah, I thought that was really funny. I'm like, it can't be coincidental. Obviously, Burger King had something to do with these. But, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure, bro.
I don't remember this at all.
When they're sitting down there and they're like talking about like how nobody
I
brought the
remember
fucking
him
food.
pulling burgers out, but I swear it was just like tinfoil wrapped burgers.
They were not tinfoil at all. They were literally fucking Burger King wrappers that say Whoppers.
I think this is I think we crossed universes here.
Maybe
right.
watch the Canadian.
I'm 100% right. I'm 100% right.
That's in part 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah. When they're sitting there and Buddy's like, what? You were in charge of taking or bringing food and bring any fucking
She brought 6 beers.
Yeah. And then Buddy pulls out these 2 fucking cold burgers out of his fucking bag and it says Burger King Whoppers on the wrappers. Yeah. So.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. So this one actually, like, it does, man. It's about 37 minutes before you get the first kill in this movie, too.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I actually wrote that down.
The killing.
Isn't that wild?
It definitely doesn't say Burger King, but it does say Whopper.
Whopper.
There you
Home
go.
of the it says home of the Whopper.
Yeah, well, that was the old Burger King wrap, and they used to say home of the Whoppers. Yep.
Those don't even look like fucking Whoppers.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only one
How
Whopper.
about that?
And home of the Whoppers. I remember when they used to just say home of the Whopper. Yeah.
Yeah, I must not have seen a Burger King wrapper that looked like that in fucking ever.
But I mean, there's only one Whopper. So, but I mean, it makes kind of sense because they did product placement in the second one too. So that's never a bad thing. But yeah. Anyways, more thoughts on Cold Prey 2.
Cold Prey.
I mean, they try to explain, like they try to give you a little bit more of the backstory. They give you little tidbits and stuff like that, which I think is kind of cool. But they still keep it super vague. You know, it's like, you know, like the whole stillborn thing. They explain that thing away and stuff. They give you a little bit more, but still not enough. I like that though. I like keeping it super vague. I mean, if you're going to explain some shit, save it for the prequel, which they do. Which, you know, it's really
I like how that cockback immediately is like, did he have a birthmark?
Hey,
And then goes to what?
how many Burger Kings do you think are in Norway?
Not a lot.
probably not a lot.
I think
4?
it might surprise you.
4?
Add another 80 to that.
84 girl.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Guess how many McDonald's locations there are?
No, fuck.
Like
too many.
500.
79.
There's more Burger King?
Kings.
What?
than
Wow, they
McDonald's.
love their Whopper.
That's what I was saying. I was like, is Whoppers like popular
They
in
must love
Norway?
it.
So I like looked it up to see if like
They love the Whopper.
yeah,
Their
I guess the Whopper is probably like a common thing in Norway.
it's their national sandwich.
I never thought there'd be less McDonald's.
Yeah,
Do you think
that's
they go
crazy.
on like Whopper dates? Like, hey,
Probably.
you want to go down to the and get a couple of Whoppers?
Dude, I think we probably have close to maybe 15 McDonald's in my city, and there's one Burger King.
Yeah,
there's
I'm
plenty-
more of like a 2-to-1 I usually have like two
I have
McDonald's.
one Burger King and
Honestly,
probably 50
there's
McDonald's.
plenty of both around here, but McDonald's there's just so many McDonald's that I think
they're
McDonald's
everywhere.
just
Yeah.
outpaces.
Yeah, there's actually so many McDonald's that you sometimes forget that there's like a little McDonald's somewhere or something.
Yeah.
We even have more Carl's Juniors here. We have 2 of them.
Like
the
one
city.
in like a Walmart or something like that.
Yeah, there's always a McDonald's and a Walmart. Yeah, we got one of those.
Let me think for a second.
I always love that to watch people in Walmart where they buy like $300 worth of groceries and then they roll it over to the McDonald's and go get some McDonald's food.
We actually don't have one in our Walmart anymore, but we did have one when I was younger.
Yes.
And now we have a Subway in ours.
So we have
that's
4
nice.
in my city I live in. We have 4 McDonald's and 1 Burger King.
Only 4 McDonald's, crazy.
Yeah, we got 4, but this is all in the same city.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 4 McDonald's, 1 Burger King, and then the city right next to me is.
I even have more Wendy's. I've got 2 Wendy's locations here.
We have 1 Wendy's, and the city next to me also has 1 Wendy's.
We actually are kind of like where I work at, we're lacking a Wendy's.
Honestly,
There's
a
one,
lot
but
of
it's,
these
like, kinda far.
places, the Burger King's right next to the McDonald's. Like, there's a Burger King literally between 2 McDonald's in my city. Next to my work, there's a Burger King, McDonald's right next to each other. In the city next to me, there's a Burger King and McDonald's across the street from each other. They're just they just post up in front, like across the street from each other.
There's the town where I work, they just put in a Long John Silver's, and you would motherfucking swear.
Oh, I am not trusting that.
They put in like a White Castle or something, like the way people acted.
I've always
like
wanted to
the
try their
Long
Hush
John
Puppies there.
Silver.
I just don't
Never
trust
tried
fast
Long
food.
John Silver's.
I just don't trust fast food seafood. There's none around me.
I don't get.
I've passed
fish
by them.
anyway. I
Like
get
we
the
don't have
chicken.
them in Canada, I don't think. But like I've been down in the States and I've passed by them. I've never actually eaten one, but I've always wanted to try their Hush Puppies.
Long John Silver's, like beer battered chicken and the Hush Puppies are actually pretty fire.
Yeah, I always. Hear
I
that
don't
from
eat
people.
the fish or the other shit though.
See, I would eat fish because I love fish. So
I didn't know they
get
had
totally
anything
sick from
but
that
fish,
shit, too.
honestly. I tried chicken there. I didn't know they had anything but fish. I think they only
Have you never eaten it? Why?
We don't have them around
See,
us.
Here I'm sitting here making fun of all these people in my town because they're all hyped up about getting a Long John Silver's, and here apparently a lot of people have never had Long John Silver's.
I don't know if even traveling all around the country, I'm not sure I've ever seen a Long John Silver.
Dude, I've seen them all. Like, there's like 4 around here.
yeah,
That's wild.
I've probably seen one,
there's,
but no, I've never eaten a Long John Silver's.
The fast food restaurant I wanted more than any other to be like in my town is fucking White Castle, dude.
Yeah, we don't have those.
I actually
so average,
genuinely
bro.
love White Castle.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
way. I love it.
The thing
It's my
of
favorite.
the thing
I
about
fucking
White
love
Castle,
Jack in the
though,
Box, man. Jack
is
in the
White
Box. is awesome.
Castle offers you something different than like McDonald's
Yeah.
or Burger King.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what's cool about
I
White
fucking love
Castle.
Jack in the Box because they just jacked like shit.
We
from
don't have
every
those either.
Yeah, because
we don't have Jack
they're
in the
more in
Box.
they're more in the West Coast. And
The other big one, we don't have Culver's. Do you guys have Culver's?
No, there's one on our way
No,
to
always wanted to
Ohio,
try
like
Culver's.
Wasteland. I think there's one.
yeah,
So
They had them when I was in. They had
I
them in
wanna stop
Wisconsin,
at one
so
of
I tried them.
fucking
When
Jolly Bees is
when I was there.
the jams though.
We don't have those. We don't have Carl's Juniors either.
Yeah, because you have the other one over in the
parties.
Hardee's. It's the other name for it. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's are new to our area. Like, we've only had Chick-fil-A's like 5 years or so.
That place is so fucking overrated.
I like Chick-fil-A.
I agree.
It's good. It's good.
Like, it's good.
It's good.
It might even
mean-
you probably could even argue it's the best.
I'd rather go to In-N-Out or Jack in the Box than
Yeah, we don't have In-N-Outs, so
yeah. In-N-Outs are fucking amazing.
I hear In-N-Out is fire.
It's
is.
fucking fire, dude. It's
It
so
is.
good. Yeah.
The animal style burger is
I wish we had them in Canada, man.
double.
Fuck.
Oh my god! But yeah, you could even argue Chick-fil-A is the best like
All right.
fast food chicken place, but it's not like way.
Wow,
half hour
22
line
shots
like
of fucking
people do.
fast
No,
food.
you guys are making me way too hungry right now.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm actually
I'm
starving
making
right
myself.
now,
I'm making myself.
Like my
hungry.
mouth is fucking water and thinking
Yeah.
of fucking food right now.
Yeah, so anyways, Cold Prey 2. I actually prefer this one to the first one. And I really like the first movie. This one's fun, man. I love the hospital setting, and it still has that snowy atmosphere when they get outside and stuff like that. I love that. Body count's a little bit higher. You get a little bit more backstory in the killer, but they don't give you a lot. You get a little bit of police investigation and stuff. There's more people. A lot of cops die in this film. There's just seems to be a lot more going on. It feels like it's a lot bigger budget film.
Yeah,
it feels more
bigger.
polished. It feels bigger and more polished and stuff, but it doesn't really take away from it also because it still has the same feel of the first film because you got the main character, the killer, everything kind of feels the same, which is really well done. In fact, this whole trilogy is actually quite well done in terms of like feel and, just the way it looks and stuff like that. But we'll get to the third one in a minute. But this one's a fucking blast. And going back to like the way this one ends with the pickaxe. Yep. That's one of those scenes where I swear they were thinking 3D, but it's not 3D. Like it could have been fucking 3D with that. And
it actually was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I kind of liked it.
I mean,
and normally I hate shit like that, but like it was cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think she earned that moment. Like I kind of like the chick by that part. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let her do something cool.
One of my favorite parts in the film is when the cops are like investigating where they got the bodies from. They find all the older bodies that are still there, cool. and they're just pieces of meat that are frozen in there. I love that scene, dude. It's so haunting. It's like, wow, this dude's killed a lot of fucking people, just man.
Throwing people in a crevice for decades.
Yeah, man. and it's so true though, because like the bodies wouldn't rot; they would just be frozen piece of meat, right? So pretty cool.
Yeah, I fell asleep watching like Silent Night, Deadly Night on Tubi last night or something, and it must have just like
watching it on Tubi.
Huh?
He's not getting up.
Popping your fucking 4K, bro.
It was part 2. It was part 2.
Oh, part 2. Okay.
And I must.
You still have the Blu-ray for that. I know you do.
Yeah, I do. I must have fell asleep and like it just auto played the next shit. So I woke up to fucking Jeepers Creepers, and the part where they find like all those bodies in the fucking church or whatever, the old as hell bodies. And I was thinking like, I feel like I just saw something like that, and it was this. It was Cobra 2,
right?
Where it's like
I came home after last night's party, and I was watching wrestling, like 1992 wrestling and shit like that. I woke up at 5 a.m. I fell asleep. I passed out sitting up, and woke up at 5 a.m. I was still sitting up. I was like,
dude, I've done that a couple times.
I'm like,
man.
bro, what the fuck?
You wake up with like a sore throat and shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
It was funny because I went to bed and I woke up. I'm like, man, my fucking back hurts. I was saying to Erin, and she's like, did you sleep all fucked up? I'm like, yeah, I kind of did. I slept sitting up for the first few hours. So I think that's fucked my back up or something. But it was weird. But yeah, no, this is good. Tyler, what do you think of this one?
Pretty much feel similar as I did to the first and this one. It's slightly better in all those areas, but at the same time, I think maybe there was an element of just more excitement for me in the first one, and maybe a little bit more atmosphere. And maybe, I don't know, like freshness in the new one, but they pretty much even out to the same to me. But I guess this is more what this one encapsulates a little bit more what I was asking for in the first one, where I wanted a little bit more violence or maybe something a little tighter. So when you watch them back to back, they make pretty good companion pieces together, and you're probably honestly, like, if you end up feeling like similar to me about this series, where it's just you like them, but maybe you don't love them, this might be just the one you watch, because it kind of bridges everything in between anyway. And it's probably, you probably, of at least being just a slasher movie, you get the most out of it. You get this one really, I guess, brings you the most. The killer is cool, but in terms of that, it's bringing you nothing new. But I always like little detective stuff, so having that head cop on it was a little element, I guess. That was something a little new I liked. I thought it was kind of goofy how he was immediately like knew about this kid with a birthmark, and then he goes into this room and pulls out the file and he's got it all. I love shit like that, but that little like that trope of like this cop that like knows about this case that's keeping him up at night like from 30 years ago.
But I mean, if you know anything about cops, though, man, like, I mean, if you come from a small area and there's like cold case files and shit like that, like they obsess about that shit.
There's
this is just like
one or two that
it's such a kind of a goofy movie trope that I love, though.
Yeah,
like there's so many movies where there's something like this.
I do like the cop in this film. Like, I mean, it is kind of funny. Like, he's kind of connecting the dots, and you're like, why wouldn't you have connected these dots a lot, you know, like a long time ago? Because like all these people go up these mountains and never come back down. Like, you think that
he's like pulling all these news articles away.
It's like there has to be a connection here, man, because no one's ever coming back. This is crazy. So it's kind of goofy in that sense, but I still like the character though. He's cool. But yeah. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think so. I think I'm up.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Cold Prey 2 this was actually a first time watch for me. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
No, I'm surprised. I thought
shit, like dude, I didn't realize that.
No, I just loved the first one when I seen it, and then I think like I was always waiting on like a Blu-ray to come out for Cold Prey 2, but I think it was just that DVD release, right?
Yeah, Shout Factory put it out.
Yeah,
it wasn't even Scream Factory; it was Shout Factory.
Yeah, that was before Scream Factory.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, I'll wait on like a nicer edition or whatever. But then I remember back when Jeremy was on the show, we talked about doing this. I think it was even on like one of our spreadsheets for a while. So weird how some days we just decide like, oh, time to do this one, and we just do it.
We saved it for Norwegian Christmas month.
Yeah. A Norwegian December. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I still think I like the first one a little bit more. So I'm just gonna give this one an 8.
I'm at an 8.5 on this one. I actually really like this film. Again, it totally keeps the same vibe and atmosphere of the first film: snowy, cold, desolate. The isolation, even in a hospital, it's like it still feels like it's very isolated. Body count's up in this one a little bit. I love our main girl. I think she's fucking awesome in this, and does a really good job towards the end. And 8.5 out of 10 for me.
I am also gonna keep my same rating and be at a 6 on this one.
Shit, 6.
Well, 6. I'm pretty sure. I know Tyler's not like the biggest slasher guy.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Where Fair it's enough. Probably my favorite subgenre if I had to choose.
Yeah. All right. So that is Cold Prey 2 from 2008.
42 shots.
All right, so getting into the third and final film here in the Cold Prey trilogy. From 2010, we got Cold Prey 3.
You've done that like 1,700 times.
I know. It's so fucked up. Cold Prey 3. All right, so this film right here is actually a prequel to the first 2 films, and it kind of gives you, the backstory, a little bit more of what we've been watching through the first 2 films. So, synopsis takes place in the 80s, where a group of teenagers go to visit an abandoned hotel, only to find themselves hunted by a psychotic killer through the Norwegian woods. Okay. The first thing, so this is a first time watch for me. I've been wanting to watch this one for years, but physical media didn't allow it to have English subs. I think it was the problem. So yeah, this is the first time watch for me. And right. So it's a prequel. It gives you the story. It starts in 1976 and it gives you a little bit of story about, the kid and his parents and what really happened and stuff like that. And So basically what happens in the beginning of the film is, we got this kid. He's obviously super abused and shit like that. He's abused by his stepfather. His stepfather is like a total piece of shit. And he essentially fucking kills his parents, kills his mom, kills his stepdad, and ultimately disappears. Then it jumps 12 years later into the future, which is 1988. And then we get, we follow 6 characters, right? 6 characters. And it's such a weird thing, man. So we got 6 characters and they're basically going to do some camping, hunting, whatever the fuck it is. But they're brought out there by the sheriff. It's like so weird. And all hell breaks loose after that. So the one thing that I noticed right off the hop of this film that was kind of off-putting to me was it was set not in the winter.
Yeah, I thought that was something that
it kind of ruined the whole mojo of the first 2 films, where you got that continuity with the first 2 films, like one big night, 2 nights or whatever. And then this one, it's a prequel, I get it, but it's not set in the winter. And I was like, oh shit. So all of a sudden the setting is super different. And I was like, oh fuck, how's this one going to go? Because that's one of the things I love about the first 2 films is like the setting almost feels like a character in itself, where this one just kind of feels very generic in, this kind of fall. Well, it feels like it's supposed to be summer setting because they're out there camping without tents and stuff like that. But towards the end of the film, it starts to snow. Like, so they're out there camping and doing their wood shit like that late in the year. I'm like, okay, I had to kind of suspend my belief a little bit on that one. But thoughts on Cold Prey 3, guys? What do you got on this one?
So for prequel, I thought we were going to get a lot more of the story of how this little kid managed to survive this long to become this big mean mountain man and kill all these people. So it's kind of a little disappointing we didn't really get that.
I mean, you do get it though. I mean, it's just kind of it's more vague and like it's kind of like almost off-putting in a sense where when you have this reveal of the sheriff's brother who basically holed up this kid after he essentially ran away from his parents, right? After killing them, he took him in. That's the whole story.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Like he took him in.
That's all we got.
And that was the whole story.
I wanted more of this like killer kid because that reveal when he just comes and kills the parents. Like it was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, this is retarded.
But the problem is,
like, can't be fun.
The problem is with the story for me of this guy taking in this kid and hiding him and stuff. What was the purpose?
There is none. That's all.
That's the thing. Like it feels like there's no fucking purpose whatsoever to actually do what he did in the first place. And then
he
this
just
guy
felt like he didn't know what to do with the kids. Who's like, I guess I'll just do this, and he can be a mountain man or something.
But like, if a kid rolled up on your fucking house and you're like, okay, well, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, call the cops. Or
but it's his nephew.
Yeah,
I know. But like,
it's like I don't know what to do with them. I guess I'll do this.
I know, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in terms of like you obviously knew what happened with the parents and stuff like that, right? Because it's public knowledge. So he's protecting him, but like, what is he really doing with him and stuff? It's kind of a weird and kind of weak backstory to it, really. I mean,
yeah,
I guess you have to.
Which is a shame because
I guess you kind of have to like. I mean, he's protecting the kid at the same time. He obviously can't.
Yeah, the writing just sucks. That's what I mean. The writing just sucks.
Because his brother's a cop. His brother's a cop. So I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't really elaborate on the whole thing. And it's
just weak. I just want to know how a little killer kid got from point A to point B, and it just doesn't really give you any of that.
Well, I mean, yeah, he just kind of grew up in this place, but it's so weird that he could live there that long without anybody, like, especially
that's what I mean.
Not knowing what the fuck is going on.
It just doesn't make any sense.
But even when this
reveal, probably knew what was going on. I was like, "Is that killer kid? I'm going to leave him alone."
But even when we get this reveal of, it doesn't seem like he was killing people before these people in the film show up. because the uncle basically says, that's a person, that's not an animal. What the fuck you doing? Like, he was like kind of upset that he was killing fucking people. Right. So you got to remember, this is like 12 years later. So that's when the killing started, was in 1988. It's weird. Right.
Yeah, it's kind of weak.
It is kind of weak, actually, because he literally makes a point of saying, oh, that's a human. You can't be doing that shit. He's getting all mad at this kid, or this killer for killing humans. He's like, oh, we hunt.
And then beyond that, it's just a rehash of the first movie.
Yeah. But I think the biggest disappointing for me in this film is the setting. It being like, kind of in like the autumn, like
I kind of liked
setting and
that
stuff
a little bit, just because it changed it up.
I just really wanted, the snowy thing to be like the whole.
I mean, I do like the snowy thing, but like by the third movie, I'm like, okay, if you want to do something different.
This one right here, I mean, it has a body count of 6. I think the kills in this one could have been a lot fucking better. I was so mad about the one guy with the gun. They killed off screen. I thought that was actually really fucking poorly done in this one. And the way the girl dies at the end too, from the cop's hand, was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that was kind of a disappointing kill also, because it didn't feel like it should have went down like that at all. But it's not. I just feel like this one as a prequel should have been so damn gory, because he's like coming into like being this killer, right? And it doesn't really give you that. It's disappointing. So, but I will say though, being in the film, the Kim Wilde song, that was a nice touch that they got the rights to put that in the film. That was pretty cool. Keep me hanging on, man. I love that track. So that was cool.
I kind of like this movie a little bit. Like, I think that it's not a bad prequel, honestly. Like, I don't know. Like, I think maybe what Tyler was saying with like how everything was washed out in the first 2 movies, the third movie is a little bit more like brighter and just like, I don't
think anything washed out.
The third movie looks the best. This movie looks the best in my opinion, and it's a shame because this is just the worst writing.
I don't think the second one looks washed out at all.
I think it looks similar.
This one looks crystal clear. Like, I mean, it really
This
does.
one has like some real nice landscape shots. This is really good. Like when it was in the flashback, it shows the big hill like with a snowy rock.
All 3 films have great cinematography.
And I was like, man, this is nice. This is a lot.
Yeah, they do have good cinematography.
All 3 films have great cinematography.
This one definitely had the standout to me.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually like this movie. I just think the writing in the backstory is a little bit weak. It could have been.
But didn't we like know that it was already weak from like the first 2 movies? It's like,
yeah, and I don't know.
Really did. I mean, we made fun of the fact that he lived in that hotel for years and didn't eat none of the food.
I'm just talking about like the actual story of like, him killing his parents and like fucking.
I just wish we.
But they didn't know. Nobody knew he killed his parents. Right?
I know. We get that reveal here, but it's just the fact that the uncle is holding him up and like, what was he protected? Like, did he know about the killings? Because that's never actually disclosed.
Maybe he figured out that the kid killed the parents, so he was like hiding him.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just, you have to just kind of like assume that, right? He doesn't know that. It's never disclosed that he actually knows that shit. He just basically tells his brother. I can't remember.
Like, I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, he just says to his brother, he's like, "Yo, I don't know where he is," kind of thing.
I think it's like easily.
Maybe he does, but it's never disclosed to us that he does know that. He's just protecting him because his family, kind of thing, right? But like, you would have to assume that he would know, because why would you protect him otherwise? And why would you hold him up?
Right. Yeah. You would just be like, hey, I found my missing nephew, if he didn't know something.
Exactly. So
he had. So
but it's not disclosed to us. Like, you have to like actually figure that out, right? It's like,
right. Well, that's, I guess maybe they thought most people would fucking logically make this conclusion. We don't need to go into it.
I guess. True. But
which I like. I hate this explaining shit to the audience stuff.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be overly done. You know what I mean? But it's still very vague. I mean, for the average viewer that's watching the shit, it's like, I could see them.
Dude, what a bunch of abusive pricks.
Yeah.
They're like, he hasn't seen light in weeks. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
You know what a weird connection is though? Like, you guys remember in the beginning or in the end of the first film when she's basically taken out the killer, there's this flashback scene that happens where the parents are burying the kid in the snow. You guys remember that in the first film?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's like his dying vision in the first one.
Yeah. So like, but like, it's kind of like when you get the reveal of here where, I mean, that's kind of like, maybe that did happen. Maybe that's part of why he ended up killing his parents because they're super abusive and stuff like that. But it's kind of funny when you relate that because what we're under the impression in the first film is like, oh, that's what happened to him. But then we get this reveal that that's not what happened to him, you know, kind of thing. So that was kind of interesting, but this movie definitely did not feel 80s to me, besides like the odd soundtrack.
Well, not at all. I kind of forgot it was supposed to be set.
I thought it was set like a couple months before the first movie. Like
that's what it feels like.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, because that would make a little more sense if it had like 2-3 years before the first movie, because like then it would make sense that he hadn't been at that place as long as like the 30-year history or whatever. It
is hard though, because you're in the outdoors to like kind of showcase that it's the 80s, besides like the clothing that people are wearing and maybe the music that's played. But they really only, like I said, they only played the Kim Wilde song. And he's wearing a Smith shirt, which is definitely 80s, but
I think a car phone or something.
Oh, the car phone. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for that. But yeah. What do you guys think of the kills in this one?
Comparable.
I can't even remember them, dude.
Exactly.
So
I have such a bad memory with kills.
So the kills are actually pretty disappointing in this movie, to be honest, because like I said, like the first dude that gets killed, the guy with the gun, it's off screen. It's actually an off screen kill. And then so you get the guy and the girl that fall into that pit, and then he ends up getting killed later on, like kind of in like a slaughterhouse kind of deal. And that girl later on, that when she dies, it's kind of funny because she's holed up in this house. All film
writing down the kills,
trying to figure out how the fuck to get it. Like they finally save her. She walks out of the room and gets stabbed in the stomach.
She gets stabbed right away, bro.
And then the final girl that you think is going to be the final girl gets killed by the fucking cop. He shoots her in the fucking chest.
Yep.
Which I thought sucked, bro. I thought that was totally not cool. I was like, that's really not cool.
Have a final girl in a prequel.
Yeah. Fuck that.
But
shit.
The fact that he killed her was that was the shitty part. It should have been the killer that killed her. It ends great though. It does totally end great, because that's where. And then the cool thing about this series is that this is taking place and it's leading up to him going to the hotel and finally getting, you know, his living quarters there in 1988 kind of thing. So it's kind of cool where it goes to. Cinematography, like I said, is fantastic in the film. Sound design again is really good. I just wish it was a little bit snowy, but you know, I'm fine with it not being that. It was just kind of disappointing to see that it wasn't. I was like, shit, man, because I was so used to that snowy feeling, and I really like that about the first two films.
Yeah, I do one of my favorite things. I mean, I love that about the first two. So like, I would have been fine, like happy if they did keep it, but I think also like for me, it's like, like same like Friday the 13th. I've been begging for a winter Friday the 13th forever. It's like, let's change this up.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that like don't want it to change and want it to be a summer camp movie every time.
It's tough though, because like most camps aren't open in the winter because they're called summer camps, bro.
Well, you said it on Crystal Lake at a lodge.
Yeah. I mean, you can. I mean, I would totally vouch for it. I mean,
isn't 100%. That kind of what like the remake is? It's just like some dude's cabin or something.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, this one, it has its moments. It has its moments. I think it's so funny how many times they show the dude who's walking through the woods, listen to his Walkman, and the tape keeps getting eaten. He keeps pulling it out and like rewinding
That's another
definitely
80s reference. You know what's crazy? I carried a Walkman in middle school. Like I still was using a Walkman.
Yeah.
Tapes.
Yeah. I used my Walkman.
I think there were people that might have had
2000.
iPods by then, dude.
I used my Walkman up until 2000, and then I got another Discman, and I used that for years.
When did I get? When did I get my first iPod?
I think I had my first one in 2000.
I think like the summer going into high school, I got my first iPod.
When did they first come out?
A couple years before that. So that would look like something like probably 2004, 2003.
Yeah, I'm thinking too, because I remember getting the first, because I had a 30 gig, I had a 60, I had an 80. I remember I bought two 120s and I had 4 160 gigs. I still have my 2 160 gigs. My other 2 got stolen. But yeah, those things were fucking
I think
amazing.
Those were multiple generations later. Because wasn't like the first iPods like really low memory?
Oh, the nanos and shit like that were like 4 gigs and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, just even like a regular one.
The first iPod was the 30 gigs.
I'm reading 10 and 20 gig was the first.
The first one were kind of embarrassing. They're huge compared to like how.
Yeah, the first one I
remember, 5 and 10 gig was the first iPod.
iPods, or were they nanos, or they were like
no, it was the iPod.
Yeah, iPod was the first thing.
Yeah, I didn't have like the first. Later. I think I got like the because I was like, oh, those. I'm like, those things are bullshit. I'm like, I'm not gonna pick those up. Too small.
2001, bro.
So 30 gig was the first one I got. I remember because I remember getting the 60. In the 60s, actually, they stopped producing. Or was it the 80 gigs? I can't remember. But anyways, they were gnarly. That was like cool technology because like you could have such a big portion of your collection. This is way before like, you know, you could.
The third generation is when it started being 20, 30 gig.
Yeah.
So like 2003-ish.
When I had all my iPods, like when I had 2 160s going at the same time, so 320 gigs, and that was all music from my collection. It was all uploaded from my collection. I didn't have one album or song downloaded from any other source.
I had a Touch. I didn't have the classic iPod.
Yeah,
I had an iPod Mini.
I got 2 of them sitting right there, 160s. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had the like 4th generation iPod Touch. It's the one I had, which would have been like 2010. Anyway,
fucking 22 shit.
Yeah, he's rewinding his tape.
Yeah, rewinding the tape, man. It's funny, man. Actually, like when I see that shit, I'm like, oh, dude, I remember that shit, man. I popped so many tapes back in the day. I was fucking listening like to tapes.
Even the VCR. Remember your VCR eating tapes?
Oh, fuck. I hated that. That was the worst. They were so hard to get out of there, man.
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't realize you could like save the tape. So I would just yank it and rip the tape. Like,
yeah.
So it was just done. But then like as an adult, I know you could take the top off and like unspool it and like pull it out. And
if you got the patience for it, yeah, you can fix all that shit. And
even if you do snap your tape, you can cut out a frame or two and tape it back up. I never knew that when I was a kid either, until me and my friend found somebody had like thrown away like a bunch of porn tapes, but they were like smashed probably because they didn't want kids to watch them. And we figured out that you could splice together. So it's just like a porn tape, and then it would cut to like fucking Encino Man for a second or a couple frames.
You got like Anal Highway 7 and it cuts in your fucking Pauly Shore film.
I remember when we were kids that we figured that out.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
Fucking editor.
You could just splice
That's
it with
Phantasm Tapes
tape,
Part 2 right there, AJP.
Yeah, Phantasm Tapes, yeah.
You're yourself in to edit. Watch for it.
Fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember having to like put together tapes and shit like that. You just put like a little bit of tape on there. Like, like quite literally. And it would, obviously you wouldn't hear the audio there, but like, that's how you'd fix your fucking tape because, you know,
I actually, my copy of Children of the Corn, this actually happened a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago. My copy of Children of Corn 3 Urban Harvest on VHS that I was trying to watch, like fucking went malfunction. And when I pulled it out, the actual like wheels, like the one wheel was like broken.
Yeah.
So I actually
lost
took
one of the eyes
from like
one of the eyes was broken.
Yeah. Like I took the wheel or the wheels from that and like put it in another tape.
Yep.
So I like saved my Children of Corn Urban Harvest by some fucking repair work.
Nice.
I forgot about that.
Dude, we're the kings of tangents, man.
Well,
anyways,
there's not a lot to say, honestly, about the entire trilogy. Like, there's not a ton of story. There's not a ton of kills.
I mean, this movie is kind of disappointing in like reveals and stuff like that. It's like it gives you, you know, it gives you enough of the story, but like my favorite part of the film is when, you know, when it I shouldn't say when it ends, but like when he walks up into the mountain. And he sees the hotel, and then that's where he's going to hold himself up, you know, like start living there.
That part is cool because it's like, that hotel's iconic at this point.
Yeah, it's cool, man. And like, you know, that there's films in between that and the first Cold Prey because he started killing.
Yeah, they never
like
they never do mid-quels ever. Like,
yeah,
they never continue off of that story.
It's like the whole fucking Leatherface thing too. Like when they did Leatherface, there's like a couple more movies after that leading up to the Chainsaw film.
Well, even
they never
the 2003 movie in the beginning, you could have squeezed in 2 more movies in between those.
I know. It's so frustrating. So frustrating.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think this franchise is pretty much dead. Like, I don't think but you missed when you walked away.
Was there not supposed to be a remake of this?
Yes. Yeah. So that was what we were going on about whenever.
The Triple H.
Yeah. So, right.
That was
because WWE Studios bought the rights to this film, didn't they?
Yeah. 2017.
I remember hearing that.
In 2017, WWE Studios acquired the exclusive English language remake rights to the franchise and sealed the deal for an option to purchase the screenplay by Casey La Scala. The American remake will also be named Cold Prey. Obviously, that never happened. Tyler made a joke that they cast Kane as the Ice Mountain Man. And then I said, well, they did Kane in See No Evil. They did Hornswoggle in fucking Leprechaun Origins. So they have to do a different fucking wrestler. And Tyler, who'd you say, Tyler?
It should be Doink the Clown.
Nah, you think of it. Was it 2017? It would have been Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Huge. He's like 6'10" and he like can't move very well, but he's giant.
It should have been Doink the Clown. Doink
the Clown, guys that looks like they should be. He was one of those guys that like looked like he should have been like the world champion, but he just like wasn't that good in the ring, and his career was not good on the mic. But put him in a big suit, put him in the Mountain Man suit, and who cares?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe since Vince isn't there anymore, we won't see that. He seemed like
Probably
the guy
not.
that wanted to do crazy shit with.
Yeah.
movies.
So, is there any info on like why it was never developed? Because like 2017 is a long time.
Yeah, I assume it's not happening if it hasn't been done yet.
Oh, it's.
I think they kind of gave up on their movie making.
Well, I mean, now you have The Rock on the board of directors, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were in the movie business.
Yeah, but The Rock doesn't do genre films though.
Do shit like this.
No, he's not into that type of shit, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
he ventured out and did the MMA film recently, and of course, it was his worst film he's ever done in his life, box office wise. But so I don't think he's going to take a chance on the Cold Prey American remake. Like, it doesn't seem logical. Like no.
They haven't really done a movie since 2021.
Yeah, it's been definitely slow going, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, a lot of their stuff, man, I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? Like it's not horrible, but I'm just like, it's not really for me.
It's just like shit they can put their wrestlers in. It's promotion work.
Yeah.
Man, the Soska sisters, they fell into that trap though too, because they did what See No Evil, or was it See No, or here? The film with Kane. They did that one. That was a WWE production.
They didn't do that.
They did part 2.
Oh, they did part 2. Right. Yeah. So part 2.
They probably got paid though. So
they kind of fell off in my opinion.
Hardcore,
they were some like hot topic, like
Hooker in a Trunk, and then American Mary, and then nothing after that. Everything they did after
Rabid
sucked.
The Rabid remake.
I hated Rabid.
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't.
I thought it sucked. The Kane film and like everything they've done since American Mary sucked. And they're from my neck of the woods too. Actually, they grew up in North Van. So,
yeah, what do they got going on now?
Probably nothing. Not a whole lot.
Oh, a sequel to George Romero's Night of the Living Dead.
Oh Jesus!
A sequel
called Festivals of the Dead.
Fuck! Can they?
You and who else?
Get some fucking original ideas, man. Do something original like American Mary or Dead Hooker in a Trunk. Like everything they've done has not been good. These remakes and just not original shit, man.
Oh, this already is out. It came out last year.
Wow, well, that hit hard in the audience, didn't it?
It came out on Tubi, guys.
Poor girls, man. That's just fucking brutal, man. Like they were so hot there. Their films were hot, and how
the hell did this have zero fucking buzz?
Because it sucks.
Yeah, it probably does sucks.
If it went straight to Tubi, come on, bro. We know what's happening there.
You
that's
just said Match was really good.
Yeah, I mean that was
earlier. This is now.
No, I mean that was an exclusive. I mean, if you're just putting your shit up on Tubi, it's not an exclusive, is it?
I don't know. I had a Tubi logo before it started.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's a fucking Tubi movie.
Weird.
It's like, yeah, it's like on Tubi movie.
Oh, I thought you said it was on Tubi, but okay, whatever.
No, it was the Tubi original, bro.
Well, maybe we'll do a Soska Sisters spotlight.
Director's spotlight.
Well, light.
And we'll do those films. Dead Hooker and
Dead Hooker, American Mary, and Festival of the Dead.
Yeah.
Living Dead.
Let's do Rabid.
Oh. We could throw Rabid in there.
No, we could do. Oh, we've already reviewed Rabid, right? So we couldn't do an OG verse remake.
Yeah, we've done Rabid. Actually, speaking of which, we do need to eventually do the Cronenberg Volume 3.
Yeah, we should.
Ooh.
I think we have Naked Lunch, Dead Ringers.
Ooh, Dead Ringers.
Oh, well, we know that fucking Tyler's already got a heart on over that else.
One. I can't remember what the
Crash.
Dead Lunch, Crash. I fucking love.
Well, it's not called Dead Lunch.
Naked Lunch.
It depends if you want to count M Butterfly or not. M Butterfly is a straight drama, but Crash.
Thinking wrong movie. Naked Lunch. I love Naked Lunch, man.
Crash isn't really a horror movie either. But neither.
Have you ever seen Naked Lunch before, JP?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking weird.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right, Tyler. It'd be Dead Ringers, Naked Lunch, and Crash would be next.
Woo!
With Crash. Wow.
And then we could do another one with Existenz and Crimes of the Future and the Shrouds.
Oh God, that late Cronenberg shit, man.
But yeah, so
you can do Maps of the Stars. That one's not.
So is there no more earlier ones? Because have we done all the early ones?
Well, have you done Stereo,
Shivers, Rabid, and Brood, and then Scanners, Video Dream, Dead Zone.
You can do Stereo and the original Crimes of the Future, but those are basically like just watching these student films. And
I've seen it before. Yeah,
we could do a Cronenberg the early years.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we did in the Fly franchise, right?
We'll do those, and we'll do Fast Company.
Yeah,
I actually like that movie.
But
it's weird. It's like
and obviously The Fly we would do in the Fly franchise show.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, tangent over. Let's rate
Coldplay 3. Okay, so that's my go. Coldplay 3. Oh my God, I can't stop saying Coldplay. Like it's just it's in my blood. I can't. It's music. Okay, Coldplay 3. I don't even like Coldplay. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Nobody likes Coldplay.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Nobody likes fucking Coldplay. So we're talking about Coldplay 3. Yeah, I don't hate this movie at all. I think it's decent for what it is. It's, it accomplishes minor stuff. It definitely gives you the info you need for, to wrap around, the story really. I just think that they could have really kind of amped up the kills in this one. I think a couple of the kills are really lackluster and stuff like that. And it really kind of bugs me a little bit, especially how the girl dies at the end from the cop shooting her. I think that's so stupid, but I'm still going to give this one a 6 out of 10. I don't think it's horrible. I don't mind this movie. It looks good. Cinematography is great. But overall, just kind of disappointing for a prequel story wise. Tyler.
5 out of 10.
You said 5 out of 10?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, for me, I like this movie quite a bit. I don't think that it's like as good as the other two, but I thought it was a pretty solid little prequel. And I like this trilogy as a whole. Like it flows really well with each other. So yeah, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind this movie at all. I just think it's kind of disappointing in what I was kind of expecting from it. The prequel, like this get a little bad shit and stuff, but it's still fine for what it is. All right, so that is Coldplay 3 from 2010, and
Coldplay 3, the beginning.
The conclusion of episode 306 here on the 22 Shots of Moodz and Horror podcast. Yeah. Next
week, we will be covering another Norwegian duo here. We're doing the Dead Snow 1 and 2 films.
This was actually not planned. I think we had this epiphany. We're like, what the fuck? Like, how did that happen? Like,
I just noticed it today.
Like, Norway has like a handful of horror films, and we're managing to do 5 of them in 2 weeks. It's like so bizarre.
Yeah, and we might even do those 3 Norwegian Christmas movies for the show after that.
I wouldn't mind actually doing Christmas Blood because I think that movie's pretty fucking solid, bro. Pretty good. Yeah, it's a good one, man. It's very, very underrated. Probably just because it's underseen, to be honest. I wouldn't say underrated. It's probably underseen, but yeah. But I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do. Just straight do Norwegian films all month.
Yeah, it's almost like we have to because of how it like fell together. Randomly.
I'm telling you, man, Christmas Cruelty though, man.
Yeah, like I'll never be in that position.
It is
again.
Fucking mean spirited and brutal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is, man. It totally is. Yeah.
Sounds titillating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is the show.
Yeah, that is definitely the show.
Revisiting these movies.
All right. So, yeah, like we said, man, Dead Snow 1 and 2 next week. And we're outie, man. We'll check you next time. Deuces.
Peace.
That's all, folks.